Hey everybody, I'm going to go over here and fix my YouTube side. Okay, got to get to my channel. Happy Christmas Eve. I fix the YouTube side, so if anybody is here yet, make sure I have my volume down. Happy Christmas Eve. Fix the YouTube side, so if anybody is here yet. All right. Let's see. Christmas Eve. I have just returned from, we did 2 cemetery investigations, 2 spirit box sessions. We drove around and saw the lights. We told Kim to shut up 1,000 times in the back seat. But I'm going to fix the YouTube side, so just one moment if anybody's here. I'm going to do customization first, and I am going to put it on subscribers only. Give everybody 1 minute to subscribe if they would like. Slow mode, and I'll put it 1 second. I like to do subscriber mode only. It keeps the controls down. Okay, I'm going to save that. We'll go back to details. And we'll fix that. 1 moment. Oh, it is 12-23-21. And let me see. This is a live, so I'm going to put it on lives only. Kim, you're going to have to be quiet. We put up with you for hours. We cannot take anymore. Oh my God, it never shuts up. Okay. Okay, layout, chapters, tags. I think I've got it. Okay, I'm going to push save. And let's go back to StreamYards. Hi, Inherited. Achoo. I don't have a snowball's chance in Hades of finishing this scarf in time. Well, that is not cool, honey. Lord, we just got back, Enid, after I talked to you. We went out and went to 2 cemeteries and did 2 S-Box sessions. And we screamed at Kim the whole time to shut up in the back seat. Because he talks all the time. Except he did get out this time and he wasn't afraid. It could have been the alcohols keeping him, making him brave and 10 foot tall and bulletproof. And he did actually even walk around the first cemetery. And we got some good captures in that one. And he did even walk around with the flashlight. So that was fun. I think we were at 8 to 10 minutes of that. We drove around to see some lights, but of course, when I took pictures of the houses, Kim was in the back rattling around like a goose's bone in a goose's ass. However my mom used to say that. So I didn't get good pictures. And I ate Wendy's and accidentally had a huge Frosty. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. When I eat junk food, I accidentally had a Frosty. Kim wanted one, but we wouldn't stop and get him one because he ate a bunch of the Stouffer's candy that he bought and he didn't eat it. But anyway, I look a mess, but I've been out in the wind and, I don't really care. And I'm an old lady. You know how I feel about that. But anyway, how you doing, girl? You want to come up here and chit chat with me and be my co-host tonight? You want to come up and be my co-host, girlfriend? Iced coffee Frosty they have now. Really? Cool. I'll have to check that out. But if you want, you can come up and be my co-host. Co-host? How about a co-host? I've got 3 bottles of water open. Don't you dare come in here. You're not getting no more candy either. Go away. Look at me. I haven't even brushed my hair today. Kim, get out here. I'm doing a live. I've had enough of you tonight. I've had all of you I can take. For one lifetime. Go to your room. Oh my God. You do not look like an ass, and you can say ass. We just don't say the F word and the C word. Okay, give you a minute. Okay. Nobody's here but us anyway. Just thought I'd come on. Kim, I thought you would go to your room. I thought you would stay in there. Oh, I need you. Oh, you got to have it, don't you? Drop it down. I'm sorry about that. Oh, that is. There you go, girlfriend. There you go. Let me see if I got my volume up. There we go. Is clock the C word? No, clock is not the C word. Not what the C word is. No C words and no F words. You know, we can say those behind closed doors and off camera to ourselves, but not on the lives. Can't have it. Kim, you think you can hand me that?
I need tape.
Oh my God, dear Jesus! I told you we have no more tape.
Oh.
I'll beat him. I will beat him. I really will. I need you to hand me my crochet because I guess I'll make another. Did you get everything wrapped? What you? Enid, what do you do when you go to your room? You're going to have to use my big roll of masking tape. And you know what? Right now, I have no idea where that's at. Oh, so go to your room so I can talk to my friend. No, I do not want candy. Oh, my God.
Wait a minute. That's loud.
I'm going to beat him.
Wait, no, not sure. Sorry. I don't know how to...
What are you trying? Hi, Daniel. You want to come up here? Merry Christmas.
Wait.
I'm about to beat my husband. And
is it going to reverb if... oh boy, I use Safari when I'm watching YouTube.
Oh, I use Safari when I'm on my iPad when I'm doing a live.
Isn't compatible, so I switched to Chrome, and I can hear you on Chrome, but I know if I don't do it right, then it'll echo or reverb or something, and then
when I
gnashing of teeth and tearing out of hair. But I'm sorry, my hair is.
I mean, you look gorgeous. Look at me. I have got no brains tonight. Daniel, what you up to?
I think I'm having a legit hot flash because I'm boiling. But it's like somebody wakes upstairs from like it was 60 something today, and well, I cooked chili and other things, so it's probably just that the house is warm, but like I'm flushed and I'm like, I want to go kind of nice hard. So
it's probably because you're nervous. I have a hot flash every time Kimmy walks near me, and
but
I want to know, and I still haven't found. I don't know. Am I still in menopause, or am I done with menopause? Because I'm not having periods anymore. Do I have to wait one? And it was 1 year because I'm a late wilter. You know, as an early bloomer, late wilter. You know,
menopause means to stop. And meno means like, you know, your reproductive years. I'm not sure. I'm terrible at that.
Gone?
So I think menopause is after perimenopause. Like I was in. I don't know if I'm still considered to be in perimenopause because, I haven't had that thing you're talking about. Probably 3 months, which is long. I mean, it's not. It's not
my
bad.
first time. Well, you know what though? Because I went 9 whole months without one year before last, or two. No, yeah, year before last. I went a whole 9 months without one, and it started up again. So then last month was terrible. 1 year, 1 whole year. I haven't had one, so I don't think I'm going to have one anymore. So am I in menopause now, or was I in perimenopause before?
I figure that was perimenopause. It's the years leading up to it, and like your.
So I'm in menopause now.
So now you're a menopausal woman. You don't have to deal with that thing.
So right now, so I'm losing my mind right now. So I'm actually in menopause right now. That's why I'm losing my mind. That's why I'm so nervous, so forgetful, itchy all over. Well, thank God you explained it to me because I talk to the doctors and they look at me like I'm an idiot.
When
oh my God.
I studied anthropology for a couple of semesters, and there was I don't know, it's hard to explain, but there was stuff about human menopause, like a lot of animals don't live long enough to go through menopause, but humans do. And there was like this whole it might be a theory by now, like because usually women who are going through that stage, it's too dangerous to carry or to be pregnant at that age, which it is. Like when you're younger, it's less dangerous. So nature just shuts that down, because usually by my age I would have had grandchildren by my age. And so nature or God, wherever, wants us to not have to worry about trying to give birth at our age and possibly dying. Nature, because humans have a long childhood, and there's a lot of information that our children and grandchildren have to absorb in order to survive as adults. And you think back thousands of years before we had Google and Wikipedia and 911 and all this other stuff. And so the grandmothers imparted knowledge that they had accumulated over decades of living, of where the best roots are and the best berries, and the harvest, like the harvesting is not the right word, but the gathering. And it's been a long time since
foraging, the gathering,
and I'm not a good college student, so take this with a grain of salt, but it was something like more of the nutrition and food came from the gathering rather than the hunting, because back in the day, it was difficult to hunt down game and dangerous, so they didn't always succeed. But the people, probably women, mothers and grandmothers, would be going out with the daughters and showing them what's the safe plants to eat, which
I'm glad you explained it to me.
Find them, and all, like all this knowledge, and that was passed down. So this process that both of us are going through, it's totally normal, and it's just a stage of life, like when you started the whole
well, I've never felt like I felt now. I've never felt like
menarche.
I feel out of control. I feel out of control. Okay, but see, I don't have hot flashes. Huh? Hi, Angela. I don't have hot flashes like I did. Like I did when I was menstruating. If you guys are coming in, we're having a change of life
on crack. Like it's.
I know.
I mean, I've had
I don't have
PMS for a long time, and I would feel that like, and I was used to that.
That's how I'm feeling now.
The emotions are just like doing this.
Would you get out of here? Me and Enid are having a serious discussion. Okay, so
like you're either raging or you're bawling your eyes out. There's no middle ground.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to maintain your composure, and you'll just lose it at like a kitten commercial or something that it doesn't make sense. You're like, why am I flipping out about this? This is whack.
Yeah. Well, when I was still menstruating, though, I was like real moody, and I mean I still am, but I can't, like, because I didn't know. Like, I always thought that once you stop menstruating, you're out of menopause, but I guess I'm actually just starting menopause. I was perimenopause before.
You were in the peri phase, although you were I don't know if it's good or bad, but your perimenopause was late. Mine started.
Well, see, because now I can't stand.
I don't know. It was something that clicked in my head in my early 40s. Like, it was a thought that went through my head, and something's starting now. I didn't physically notice anything. It was something just floated through my consciousness, and then
Kim, I'm live.
Oh, heck broke loose, and it's been a wild ride. And I'm just getting started, so. But I'm enjoying this now. I feel to deal with you know what, because mine was horrible. I want to give myself a hysterectomy with a melon baller. No joke.
I feel completely. That's what I'm thinking. I feel completely different now. I'm very, very nervous in a whole different way. I've always been very, very nervous, but now I'm nervous in a whole different way, a completely different way, and it almost feels like like pure insanity. Before, when I was having cramps and a period and all that, I didn't feel like this. I was nervous, but now I'm even more nervous than before. And I'm like, well, what is it? Am I still in menopause? Am I out of menopause? That's been 1 year. So I guess I'm actually in menopause now.
Yeah.
The doctors won't explain it. The doctors won't explain it to me. Okay, well, that explains why I cannot. I think
it's
my husband is
hormonal.
Absolutely. What's
because
normal?
your estrogen would be low now. So, but
Yeah, there's like
mine was high. Like mine was high. I could tell. I just would read articles and stuff and be like, oh, that's what's going on. Like I would break out like I was 13 again. It was awful. Actually, worse than that. I didn't have acne this bad, and just the weird mood swings and I was like, wow, I'm like a crazed teenager. And
well, I'm not having mood swings. I'm not having mood swings right now. I'm just in one mood, and I'm just a total nervous freaking wreck. Even whatever I'm doing, I start shaking. And I thought, well, maybe it's because of my epilepsy. So I guess it's menopause. So
lay off the coffee. Like just have a small amount, and then don't be drinking all day long, because caffeine will make that or exacerbate anxiety. Like I have anxiety, so coffee doesn't.
See, in the morning,
and I'm not a heavy user. Like usually I have one, that's it. But I'll be hitting the artificial caffeine quite a bit through the day, just because I'm busy. I don't have time to make a coffee, and sometimes it can make me like just cuckoo because I have GAD. So
okay, well, see, but everything has changed. Everything has changed for me, because last month was 1 year without a period. Okay, except for that 9 months I missed. Okay, if in the morning when I get up, I got to have that coffee. I get about 12 ounces, and I actually feel like I'm calmed down. Oh, Tina's down there. Tina, we're having a very serious discussion
Make
about.
Sure you drink enough water. But I've read a few articles that the menopause thing.
Hey, Tina.
It makes you not put up with crap from anyone, especially men. And I think I could have sworn I read some articles that women and both of us, you get so sick of men and their stuff.
I got a whole 12 years on
divorce
you,
rates
girl.
Increase because you just couldn't. It was weird when we're younger. We're trying to be a peacekeeper and just. I don't. It's hard to explain. I know. I feel it's like
hi, Tina, honey.
The placater,
you got to call me on the phone.
Peacemaker, and then you hit this weird point. You're like, oh heck no! I'm gonna make war now. There's no more peacekeeper. I'm just gonna declare war and like weird.
Well, Tina, you've made more sense to me than you made more sense to me than my gynecologist did, and you're gonna have to call me on the phone.
Is your guy know a dude? Is your guy know a dude? Or
how you doing, Tina? We're having menopause talk tonight. Come on,
men don't get it. There's andropause, and I noticed my husband's going through andropause, so he's moody, and I'm like, whoa. So, and people say it's not true, but it is, because their testosterone nosedives, and then they start acting funny. So, I believe that men go through andropause, but a male doctor can be clinical about this stuff, but unless if you have a female doctor who's going through it or has gone through it, is going to viscerally understand the turmoil, the upheaval, the nightmare. And
well, I see my new
not just one keep it like, oh, it'll pass. Like, no, I can't function because I'm having psycho problems. And when I say problems, I'm understating it, or I'm like, or you're.
I don't think men. I don't think
you can't function if you're having insomnia. Like eventually, something's gonna crack.
And I've got the insomnia. That's what I've got. The insomnia. No matter what I take, I cannot. Now today I slept during the day. If I put my earplugs in and my blindfold, I blindfold myself, I get better sleep, and they can't understand it. But I'm telling you what, I don't think men, and if there's any men in here, I don't mean this directed towards you, but I don't think men should be allowed to be OBGYNs, because they're always, even though they study it, they're going to have an opinion. So my new OBGYN is a woman, and this is not the one woman that asked me. She's 47, so she'll get it.
Same age as me. she's definitely
Yeah.
going through something at that
Yeah,
age.
so she's gonna get it.
She
Because
might
I told my
be having
doctor,
cycle problems. She might be having hot flashes. She might be having insomnia. Any of these things.
Yeah.
At her age, definitely. So
and
she's gonna get it.
she's gonna get
Beyond
it.
the pure science of it and the drugs and all this stuff, she's going
Well,
to
you know, I had
get
to
it.
do my
When you're
online.
sobbing to her, like, "Ugh," she's gonna be like, I feel
Right.
the same way, and this is what I
She's-
did. And you know,
Hi, Ashley, honey. Well, you know what I did is I did that online questionnaire that she sent me. She said the office, she didn't, because I haven't seen her yet. I'll see her the 4th. But she said the nurse said, because I didn't like the other one because she interfered in my sex life and I didn't think it was any of her business. But anyway, she said, what we'll do is we're going to send you a questionnaire. We're going to send a questionnaire we'll send you to your email or to your hospital portal. You answer the questionnaire, you answer all the questions on there, and all the questions on there were exactly the way I'm feeling right now, which is completely different than I felt when I was still menstruating. So
would you trade how you feel now and go back to menstruating, or you're like, heck no? Because I'm like, heck no, I don't want to deal with that anymore. No more.
I wouldn't go
No
back to the
mask.
bleeding.
So,
I wouldn't go back to the bleeding, but I would go back to the emotional way, because this what I'm doing now is a lot worse. It's a lot worse. So they're definitely going to have to give me drugs for my anxiety.
Whole kitty thing, because you'll get.
They're going to have to definitely give me some drugs for my anxiety, because my anxiety is different.
There's an old school medicine from the 50s. I've been on it before. I'm stupid, so I forgot the name, but it's been used for decades, so it's incredibly safe. Now I don't know if it's safe for an epileptic. What?
Is it Valium?
No. That's a rich lady drug. I'm not talking about that one.
Do they still even make Valium?
Yes, because my dentist tried to give it to me. And I said no, because I'm very nervous in the chair. But I mean, that's a good dentist. The dentist is like, hey, do you want some? You should take some Valium. I'm like, no, just hit me with the laughing gas. I'm good. But I'm an idiot.
Well, how do you feel about hormones? How do you feel about? Have you?
No, I don't take hormones. If something starts happening, like
I don't have any situations with that anymore. Only thing that drives me up and down is my blood pressure.
Your blood pressure.
If my blood pressure is off, then I'm
yeah, when your blood pressure is
menopause, I'm over the menopause stuff.
You don't want to stroke out. My coworker a long time ago stroked out at work, and it was terrible. I mean,
so how long am I going to be in menopause?
She had a stroke right in front of me. It was horrible. So
I didn't stop I will not. Oh no, not Prozac. Oh my God. They gave me Prozac.
No, I don't take
that is a psycho drug. If you're bipolar, you can take Prozac. Prozac is crazy. They gave me Prozac.
No, I've seen people on that stuff, and no, that's not for me either.
No, my sister takes like 65 milligrams a day. They gave me 10 milligrams. Okay, I was real nervous. This was like last year. I was like having these real nervous attacks where I would just start shaking, and I was like going like this in my hands. I thought I'm going to lose it, man. And this is while I was going through that 1 year thing. And then this year makes 1 year without a period. And I told my doctor, I said, my sister told me she takes Prozac and she's really calm and she feels her good. And he goes, you want to try Prozac? And I'm like, yeah. And he said, well, you know what I give Prozac to people for, don't you? And I said, what? And he goes, I only give it to my patients that suffer from bipolar mania disorder or whatever, because it's a very strong drug.
Just use it for
I said, well, my sister told me it'll.
I think. Didn't they used to use it for ADHD or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I remember back in the 90s, it was like, but no, it's not. It's not this anxiety medication. It's not habit forming. It doesn't make your behavior weird.
It was like Satan in a pill. Hi, Austin.
I just can't remember the name of it. It's been around for a long time. I think it's also considered antihistamine.
But listen to what happened.
What?
Listen to what happened.
I wish maybe I can look it up because I'm.
Listen to this. I had a real bad reaction. So the doctor, I get all nervous talking about it. So my doctor said, okay, I'm going to prescribe 10 milligrams to you. And you let me know in 2 weeks, how you feel? So I said, okay, no, I can't take Xanax. I can't take Xanax because I have epilepsy and I take Klonopin and Keppra for my anxiety. And if you take Xanax while you're on Klonopin, you can have cardiac arrest. Okay. Well, anyway, he gives me this 10 milligrams of Prozac, right? I take it for 1 week and I can't stay awake. And I'm like, well, this ain't half bad, but I also felt like I was going to flip my freaking lid. My head, I was itching all over. So after 2 weeks, I didn't even make it to 2 weeks. I called and I said, okay, I can't take this drug. What do I do? He said, come in here and tell me what's going on. So my neurologist was there too. And I said, okay, I don't know if it's the drug. I don't know if it's my anxiety towards the drug. I haven't read what the side effects are, but I feel like there are bugs climbing on me. I feel like I'm in some kind of warped universe. Something weird is going on. I feel completely different. He said, I warned you about this drug, but you insisted on taking it. So he said, let's just stop right now. So he gave me Celexa, which is 20 milligrams, and I feel all right. But obviously it's not strong enough because now that I'm having this whole new nervous thing going on, they said they could put me on hormones, on a low dose hormone on the 4th. So I just want to know what everybody's opinion is about hormone therapy for menopause. What do you say, Tina? Have you ever been on hormones?
Yeah, I was on it for a long while.
Effexor XR is excellent. Effexor XR is excellent. I took Effexor XR
but I was
before
really bad. I was really bad sick, and it made me have a heart attack. So
you had a heart attack?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I didn't know that. I'm so sorry. My God, that is. Oh God. Yeah, I've tried Effexor XR before, ER, whatever, but it caused my blood pressure to go up. Yeah. Austin, we're talking about menopause. Okay, so Enid, what do you think? Give me some advice, because some people got to give me advice, because should I just research it before I go in there on the 4th?
Can you take magnesium? Magnesium citrate. That's not what I usually call it. Don't take that if you're not at home. But I find that calms me down and knocks me out. So I don't take it all the time, but I used to when I was doing E1 meal a day. I took magnesium citrate.
Well, they've got me on a
potassium. Like, make sure your electrolytes are in order. Drink enough water. Yeah. I would stick to like 1 coffee a day. You don't want to be coffee.
Yeah, I'm sticking to that. I'm sticking to 12 ounces a day. That's it.
I've known a few women past a certain age that cannot drink as much coffee as they used to. I've heard this a lot. Some men also, they just like there's a limit. But I want to say that medication I was on was Thorazine, but I don't think that's it, because when I'm reading about it, it's for like psychotics and stuff, and I'm not psychotic. I mean, most of the time. But yeah, I wish I had kept the bottle so I could read it, but it's a non-habit forming. It helps you sleep too. That's the other thing. Like, my memory and stuff is shot. Like, my recall of things.
Yeah, mine too. I'm trying to remember
but it was 2017 when I was on that, so I don't remember. But
see, my memory's got worse
like
this
from
year,
the 1950s, so it doesn't alter your personality. It doesn't.
Librium. Was it Librium?
No, it's like
Librium.
Nope, it's like darn it, because I was having night terrors and waking up, and it was a basket case, so I took that at night, and then I wasn't having night terrors and waking up anymore.
Was it let's see, Elavil, maybe?
It wasn't Ativan. I've had a prescription for it. I don't take it. I don't like I won't take benzos or any of that kind of stuff.
Ativan is what, when I was in the when I had my
habit forming. As far as
Ativan, I took when I have the times that I've had to go dang it, I messed up my whole dish rack. The times that I had to go to the emergency room because I kept having one seizure right on top of the other, they put me on an Ativan drip. That's what they give me for when I don't take Ativan on a daily basis, but every morning with my Keppra, I take a Klonopin for my seizure pill. But with my seizure pill to keep me from seizing out. And they want me to take 3 of those Klonopins a day. I said, are you freaking kidding me? Then I wouldn't even be able to get up and walk. But I think I'm going to go ahead and, has anybody in the chat had hormone therapy for menopause? I think they told me because I'm not, and I have thyroid problem. I don't have a thyroid. I don't have my main thyroid here.
That would be a problem, not having a thyroid.
Yeah, I don't have a thyroid. I have just my parathyroid on both sides. They had to give me radiation, radiated out of my, I take 23,000 international units of synthetic thyroid medicine a day. Once a week, I take 100,000 milligrams of vitamin K or vitamin D. Yeah, I don't. And your hormone, you need your hormone because or your thyroid because that regulates your hormones. And then when they did my bone density and all that junk, which was just a couple months ago, they did the hormone testing on me and they said I'm not producing enough hormone. Is because of no thyroid, even though the medication, it's all screwy. But thank God I got this. I hope this new, say a prayer for me, that this new gynecologist, she knows what she's doing. Wow. And because I am a freaking nervous wreck. And I don't like the way it feels. And I've never been this nervous in my life.
Yeah, you can't take Thorazine. I just found a scientific article from 2003 of the first generation antipsychotic medications, which is for people with anxiety, nausea, and stuff like that. Chlorpromazine appears to be associated with the greatest risk of seizure provocation. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work for you. So you gotta find something that will help you sleep and reduce your anxiety that will not cause you to have an uptick in your seizure activity. So, well, I'm not a pharmacist. I did know somebody that was like incredibly knowledgeable about medication. Like I could ask this guy anything, and he would know everything about it. It was nuts. But I don't talk to him.
Call him up. Call him up. I need him.
So I don't know, because this isn't sustainable, right? If you're in a constant state of, it's like your adrenaline's on overdrive or something like that. It's not sustainable. Or, like you can't keep that up forever. Nobody can, where you're like shaking and you're like, bleh.
Yeah, you know how have you ever had that feeling? Let me ask you if you guys ever felt like this. I feel like all the time, and this is just in this last year, this is a whole new thing. I feel like my heart will start racing and it'll actually hurt.
That's a menopause.
And it feels like my heart flips over. It feels like my heart flips over.
Yeah, it sounds like anxiety, and I'm not sure what else, but I've heard that menopause will cause the sensation of palpitations and stuff, and it's the hormone. It's something to do with the hormones.
See, I told the other gynecologist that, and she didn't say nothing. That's the one that told me you're not having sex with your husband. I thought, well, that ain't none of your business. But anyway, I also feel like something inside of me is like revving up, like it's going.
Yeah.
Like and I feel like I want to just take off running. Well, I can't because I got 2 bum knees.
Mm-hmm. It's like,
but then I have those days. Like tonight we walked so much because we went to the cemetery and did some spirit investigations, and I walked so much, and I just wanted to take off running that cemetery, not because the cemetery was giving me anxiety, but my body feels like there's almost like there's what are those things, rotors or rotary or those little round gears, like my gears are there's actually gears in me and they're trying to rev up. I feel like
you're all of a sudden 800 horsepower.
Yeah. I feel like I need to run, and then all of a sudden I feel like panicky, like, oh my God, my heart's hurting. I feel like I can't breathe.
You need to,
and then I feel like, and then I have a
you make an appointment with your gynecologist, and then your gyno, and then
Hi, Sharon, honey.
write down all this stuff, because if you're like me, you go there and then your mind goes blank, you forget everything. So make notes, every symptom that you have, and then my
nightmares are totally whack.
I've had nightmares my whole life, which is not normal, by the way. Adults aren't supposed to have nightmares, but mine have been. Last night wasn't too bad, but previously it was crazy. I was like, "What's going on here? This is like bad." But I'm going through some things that are drudging up bad memories, and so I'm not going to say flashbacks. It's not quite that, but it's close to that.
Well,
so what I do is, like some nights I'll have horrible stuff, and when I wake up in the morning, I just accept that it happened, and then let it go. Because if I don't, I'll dwell on it for hours, and it'll derail everything. I just go, well, that sucked, and then I get up and do the things I need to do, and pretty soon it's in the rear view, because it's not easy. But
and
if you have this all of a sudden, is not good, and it's not okay, and you need to be treated, and it's a problem. You know what I mean?
I've always had anxiety, but this is a whole new different thing.
Yeah, it's a new animal.
A whole new different thing. Yeah, and it feels like I keep thinking I'm gonna die, and like I'm not afraid to die, and I'll sit there at night because I can rest, but I can't completely go to sleep. And even in the daytime, if I try to rest and go to sleep, and since my lung is all screwed up, I have problems with that because of the pain. But I'm to the point where I'm thinking, God, if it's my time, would you please take me, because I am sitting here suffering. And I've had anxiety my whole entire life. I've always been a real nervous person. And, all those things that happened to me in the past, for a long time, I had them completely suppressed. I mean, like I suppressed them. It just happened. I'm dealing with it. I mean, it'd shock you guys if I told you all the things, and I won't, because I wouldn't want to scare nobody.
You said something,
but that's coming back. That's coming back in my dreams. And
the things that you've
buried. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
And it feels like you kick it into a lockbox and put the world's biggest padlock on it and a bunch of bricks on it and stuff. And it's like, well, no, don't look there, don't open it. And then, and this time it's like, it all comes back and you're like, what? And some things I forgot, like
you relive it. It's like you're reliving it.
And it'll come roaring back. I'm like, wow, how the heck did I forget that?
Yeah,
and it's bad.
That's
right?
how
I
am.
Wow. So
mine always happens when I do go to sleep. When I doze off to sleep, I start. It's like in those dreams, I am reliving all that stuff and all the traumatic stuff with Kim and beginning of our. I'm dreaming about it, and I'm like, for years I didn't even care. I thought it's the past. It's the past. But when you're actually asleep and you're dreaming about it, and it's like you're reliving it, and it's like you're in your dream, and you're asleep and you can't wake up. But it's hard for me to get to sleep. It's hard to explain. But then all that stuff comes up. So that's a whole new thing.
Probably you have a notebook somewhere and like a pen or
about 500 of them. I got one right here.
Because my nightmares are nonsensical. They're not based in reality, so I don't. If they're
mine are all
weird,
reality.
like something really crazy. Sometimes I'll draw a picture of it or something, just because I'm like, wow, that was weird. But
I do that
because these are things that actually happened. I think writing them down and maybe burning the paper or keeping it. I'm not sure. Might help you process it, and then not.
Some of my dreams would make really good horror movies, but I'm not.
Mine too.
I'm like, well, I watched this interview with Stephen King one time, and he said his whole life he had horror movies as a child, and he used to always wake up and write down what he dreamed about, and that's where he got his inspiration for his movies. And I'm like, oh my God, he must have really had some terrible, weird crap going on.
Yeah.
But I have a notebook over there sitting on my table. And when I have one of those real weird dreams that I wake up from, my heart's beating 90 miles an hour. And after I realize that I was asleep and it's a dream, I try to write it down. And I mean, I can live with all this, but I'd rather not have to deal with it. I feel like I'm old and I've dealt with enough shit, and I'd rather not deal with it anymore. Hello, Missy.
Are you allowed to see like a psychologist or anything on your Medicare? Is it Medicare?
Nope.
Medicaid? I don't know.
Medicare won't pay. The only thing I can't. Medicare won't pay for a psychologist or even a therapist. Ouch! Dang it! But I do get brain spotting, and Brenda Land is the first person I've ever met that gets the brain spotting as well.
What's that?
What it is, it's like when it's because I'm epileptic, I have to have 2 EEGs every year. That's where they check my brain, and they actually cause me to have a seizure so they can see the scarring on my brain and where the seizure activity is has happened. Like it'll show it throughout the year. Well, what brain spotting is they do it right along with that. They do the brain spotting first, and you're in a dark room, and they put a blindfold on you, and you see this little thing. Now, this is how mine is, and it looks kind of like, it's like kind of reminds me of an ink pen. And what it does is you're supposed to follow that with your eyes, and this thing moves, and it has like a little light on it. And you don't even have to look for it. Your brain, your eyes automatically go to it. It's really weird. And it's supposed to help block like the parts of your brain where your memory is. It's supposed to do something, comes through the eye, into the optic nerve, into blah, blah, blah. You can look it up, what it's supposed to do. And it kind of helps. And I'm thinking, you know what? My memory is shot to hell. Can't remember half of what's going on. That's recent, the short-term memory. Yeah. But man, I can still remember the long-term. I have the long-term memory, just not the short-term. Now, there is some long-term memory I don't have. Like, I keep finding things, and I'm like, where did this come from? And Colin will say, Mom, you bought that a couple years ago. I'm like, are you sure? Because I found a whole big bag, canvas bag today of yarn. And I said, that was in my closet. And I said, where did this come from? I don't know where this comes from. Yeah, that was like Christmas. And I even to the point where I said, did you guys put this in the closet for me to find? I don't even know. I don't even remember buying it. I don't remember. It's in a Joanne.
Like find $5 in your coat pocket and you forgot you put it there.
Oh, I know where all the money is, honey. If there was any money, I would remember the money.
Yeah, true.
But I'm like, where did that come from? But I don't know. But this anxiety crap's got to go. So they're going to have to give me.
Get that treated because, it's not
Austin
good.
says he has anxiety and depression. Oh, honey, bless you. Check your pills. Write it all down. Yeah, because see, I do have 10 or 20 milligrams of Celexa I take once a day. That does help. What helps me better than anything is when I take 2 seizure pills a day, 1 in the morning and 1 at night, like 8 o'clock, which I've missed because we were out walking around in the cemetery. But I do feel calm about an hour after I have them, but not enough to really go. I want one of those good night's sleep where you lay down in the bed and you go to sleep and you don't wake up till morning.
I know what you mean.
I have never slept through the night. When people say, I slept for how many hours? 8 hours last night. I'm like, you mean when I take that as, you mean you were in bed for 8 hours? And they said, no, I slept 8 hours. And I'm like,
my Garmin knows when I'm sleeping and when not. Although, I don't know.
I've never
slept like in bed, but I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if like my advice is crap because I'm a stoic. It's the only way I've gone through all the stuff. Like, no joke. I didn't even realize I was
stoic. Is being good. Stoic is good
I was
sometimes.
I was like, wait, hold the phone. I'm a stoic because if I confront a trigger, and my triggers can vary from being relatively minor to being like apoplectic, like,
right.
Whoa, and like one that I haven't encountered before can just like. Anyway, I'll if I find it, I make note of it, and then I force myself to encounter the trigger until it doesn't trigger anymore, and it's hard. And I didn't realize that is a stoicism thing. It's like,
right,
you gotta face things and then not let you have emotions, but you don't let them control you. That's hard. I'm not always successful at that. So
Yeah.
I
That
accept the
is.
feeling, I accept the nightmare, I accept the trigger, I accept the panic attack, whatever it is. It happened. It's over now. Move forward. One step at a
You can't
time,
hard-
one
you-
day at
you-
a time has been my mantra ever since I was an adult, because things have been wow.
Well, you can tell it. You can tell yourself you need to move on, da 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 da. And you do, but you can't help it if it's rearing its ugly head in your sleep, or all of a sudden you get triggered.
Therein lies the rub.
get
I have
triggered.
no control over my dreams. I've tried lucid dreaming. I've read books on it because that was my nemesis.
Yep.
So because I can't control it, there are certain things I do. I try to think about pleasant things before I fall asleep. And then if I have a rough night, sorry, my throat. Like
You got the frog in your throat.
I just get up in the morning and be like, "Wow, that was wild," and then shake it off, get up, make a coffee, do the things, because I don't have a choice. I can't malinger. I can't dwell on it, because I have.
Tina's falling asleep.
Even the animals.
Tina's in a whole place.
Yeah. So I don't have the luxury
studio?
of malingering.
I don't know. I just need not to be so nervous during the day, and my husband makes me absolutely nervous wreck. It's like I told him tonight in the car, all I did was kept telling him to shut up, and Colin said, "Mom, you're giving me anxiety telling Dad to shut up." There's nothing worse than riding around the car with somebody who's drunk.
No, I get out of the car.
You know?
We don't play that.
He was in the back seat. No. I can't handle it anymore. Just sitting there, he was just like, I'm like, shut up. I told Colin we got to the cemetery. I knew he was tipsy because he never gets out of the car at the cemetery, even in the daytime, especially at nighttime. So he was out walking around, and he was way out there in the middle of the cemetery, and he had the flashlight going. I knew something was wrong because he's scared shitless of the cemetery. But
here we have Tina, who's like, I don't have to deal with this stuff anymore. She can just be in boy toy and not.
Tina's in a whole new place. Is that the studio?
Yeah, the background's different.
Isn't that beautiful? Those white walls. Must be at the studio. I don't think she can hear us. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Put some.
Are you in the?
I don't know anything about what y'all talking about. So
husbands and menopause and anxiety.
That's the only form of entertainment I got for right now.
What are the odds I'm going to finish this thing in time? I don't think so.
What happened to everybody else? Nobody else wanted to come and hang out with you tonight?
I don't know. I only see 11 people here. I wasn't going to do a live because I did a whole bunch of crazy videos.
I'm talking about Stephanie.
I might as well go on.
Did what you call it come on? Did
Brenda?
Yeah.
Brenda never comes to my lives unless she's lurking. Now I seen her at Madonna's.
Did she come on tonight? Did her show?
I don't know. I don't think so. But we left the house at 6:00. And I've been on here for 48 minutes, and I came on as soon as we got back from the cemetery. But I don't think she came on. I didn't see anything. Oh, Nancy says Shelly's on. Okay, Shelly's live. Now see, I didn't see any notifications that she was live or anything. So they may be over at Shelly's.
Shelly's live.
Yeah, but that's okay because we got enough. We got enough.
And wow, I'm flushed. Holy moly. I'm not
you aren't flashing. Your cheeks are getting flushed.
I'm way too hot. That's for sure. I'm gonna crack open the window. Although these blinds are the length of the window, so it's annoying. I don't want to break them. They're expensive, so maybe not.
What's the weather in Colorado?
That are not just a short width. That you can get them like much longer. So
hi, Mikey.
What's your
weather there today? I haven't heard from my son. I talked to him the other night. He had me crying. He's all against Chris. Christmas, and he hates every Christmas. He hates everything. I didn't even send him anything for Christmas this year because I'm tired, and all I've heard his whole entire life. I hate Christmas. Christmas is stupid. If you're not a Christian, you shouldn't be allowed to have a Christmas tree. He's just nothing but a Debbie Downer, a complete Debbie Downer.
Christmas tree is
I know.
basically a pagan
Christmas
symbol.
pagan. Exactly. But he's a total Debbie Downer. So I don't know if he's actually here in Missouri.
Anyway. The Christmas tree is a cultural thing, like hunting for Easter eggs. I don't know, or Halloween.
Right.
I don't believe that you have to be a certain religion to have a Christmas tree. I think
I'm in the
Christmas
studio
spirit is for everyone who wants it.
It's beautiful, Tina. I like those white walls. Now, you spend the night there, Tina?
Huh?
Are you spending the night there in your new place, or?
I spent the night last night too.
Oh, it looks beautiful. I love the white walls.
Is there a bathtub in that place, Tina?
No, it's a shower.
Oh, that stinks.
I like the shower.
I can't.
Bathtub. It's a bathtub at the other place.
I never be able to get out of a bathtub because my knees hurt too bad. I can't do
get
that.
Out of it. Nothing to do with no bathtub.
Yeah, I shower too. Now I could do. Oh God, Pinterest, quit popping up. I'm gonna.
Pinterest is a devil.
I need something bigger.
Makes me want to make crafts, and I don't want to make crafts.
I enjoy the shower.
But
I'm totally in the Christmas spirit. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I have these evil, nefarious plans of having like an hors d'oeuvre plate. Although we don't have one of them fancy hors d'oeuvre plates, and it's making me bummed out. You know how it would have like raised bits, so you can put your whatnot on there, your pickles and your olives, and I don't know what else. So that the juices don't run together. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have a grown up thing with the separated. Well, I'm totally out of the Christmas spirit now. I've been in the Christmas spirit since about the end of August, and always the day of Christmas, I'm totally out of the spirit. So I told him if he could behave himself when we went to the cemetery, I'd go with him to his mother's, and he didn't behave himself. So but I've been planning on staying home by myself anyway. But Colin says, "Mom, you won't get something to eat." And I said, "When have I ever cared about eating the food that everybody has touched with their hands and brought in to your grandma's house?" Oh. Shut up, Kim. I'll come back and beat you.
I get it.
I was saying, I don't want me is reason enough. I get sick of cooking. Holy cow! But I already cooked a chili today for dinner tomorrow because I figured cooking with all the insanity of Christmas Eve is non-starter. And then, like I said, the hors d'oeuvre thing, and then we got frozen pigs in a blanket. I've never baked those before, so I can have fun with that.
Oh yeah,
and can have those.
I have
as snacks, and then we have mandarin oranges, and
I have had nothing but 4 pieces
an apple
candy.
Pie.
Apple pie is my favorite. Well, it's between apple pie and pumpkin.
Ugh. I'm sorry. I don't think pumpkin pie. I can eat like a little tiny piece of it, and that's about it. But I have Granny Smith apple pie. I like the tart apple pie
sandwich.
Well, like usually have apple pie a la mode after Christmas dinner.
That's good. You have heartburn? Don't you get into that candy no more. I had 4 pieces of candy. Kim and Colin went out to finish the Christmas shopping.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know why they don't do it all before. I don't know what the problem is.
I think people get a thrill out of procrastinating.
They just don't care.
Exciting. Yeah.
Somebody's eating a candy cane. I haven't had a candy cane yet. I don't guess I'll have
today, and I thought it would be nuts there, but he said it wasn't. I don't know. We started joking that like Santa is gonna bring people drywall and like hammers. I don't know, in a refrigerator.
But we have. I didn't eat anything today. I didn't feel good. My stomach didn't hurt, and I didn't have a stomach ache. I just food just didn't seem appealing. But Colin and Kim went shopping, and Colin come back and he had Taco Bell. And I'm like, that did not sound appealing. Oh, yes, I did too. Eat. I ate. They made, anyway, I told him put that Taco Bell in the refrigerator and his dad could eat it because Tim didn't eat anything and be glad he got food. I did too eat. I remember now. That's why I ate. He made those taquitos or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I love taquitos.
Rolled up.
Yeah.
Is that what they're called? Yeah, he did make those, and I had two of those. I just remember.
In Mexico or something. I love those things, but only the wheat ones. I hate corn, so
yeah,
you get them frozen at Walmart.
Yeah, in a box.
I like the chicken ones.
Him and his dad had that and a salad, but I didn't eat the salad because I did eat those, so I don't need nothing to eat. But I couldn't remember, did I eat anything today or not? Because this morning but I did have 4 pieces of candy, and it was that. Stouffer's candy though, and I'm like, oh my god! And then when I learned it looked on the back, and it said it had 190. Oh, I love those, but I didn't buy nothing. We don't have any. I didn't make any cookies. I was going to make Christmas cookies. I was going to make chocolate covered pretzels, and I thought, nope, I'm not going to make them because I'll eat them, and I don't need them.
You know what I did?
But
I've lost my mind, so I took the orange peels. And I was looking on eHow or one of those tutorial sites. So I took the orange peels and a pinch of cinnamon and some water and put it in a Tupperware container.
And boil it?
Just because it smells nice. I thought about boiling it, but I was already going to make chili, and that just seemed overkill. So it works. Like the orange peels absorb the water, and then it smells really nice. The thing said to put like cloves in it, but the other thing you could do is take whole oranges and completely cover them in cloves and string them, like wrap a string around it and then hang them up. In fact, when I was in the SCA, way back, there was oranges with cloves in them or something like that. I remember seeing that, and I think that's from medieval times. They use cloves to make. Well, they use it to cover up bad breath, like they would have rotting teeth, or I don't know, the whole thing.
Well, one Christmas I covered orange slices in wax. What do you want, mister? After I dried them in my food dehydrator. Their sister, well, my sister came to my life, for Lord's sake. Hello, darling.
And
Sister,
yet again, I have to dry some antihistamine. Man.
My sister came to my life. Sister. Well, one year I dried the oranges in the food dehydrator. And then I covered it in wax.
Nani Mae, I can't see the chat. I can't see the chat because I'm on my telephone.
Yeah, that's because I have it on subscriber. I have it on subscriber mode only. But then I made it.
Are you a subscriber?
If you're a subscriber, Tina, you should be able to see it.
I usually use my phone and my computer, but I'm just using my phone.
If you're subscribed to me, you should be able to see the chat. It's only people that check your thing and make sure you're subscribed to me, because the only people that can see it are subscribers.
I'm not on my computer.
Oh, you're on the phone. Okay, well, that'll keep you.
Merry Christmas, Jenny.
Hi, for Hanley. Hi, Niecy. How are you? I wanted to stop in before I went to bed and tell you Merry Christmas and send you a hug. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Not there. I still haven't gotten used to these very focals. I keep looking through the wrong spot, and I'm blurry. You know,
I'm excited to watch my cemetery investigations. We did 2 cemeteries tonight. Woo!
Huh.
But I don't know. But I'm gonna stay home. I told Kim and Colin, if you bring me any of that nasty food that everybody's touched with their hands, I will not eat it. I'll give it to the
like
dog.
these hooks.
Yeah, that's the one I have. That's the one I have. The Odyssey.
I like the wood ones too. Those ones. I also like. Where did it go? Laurel Hills. That's this one. No, that's just a sexy hook right there. I don't know how well that's gonna.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh,
I love
what
these.
Is that?
And that's a Laurel Hill.
Oh, really?
Yep. I have a whole bunch of these. I love them. Sometimes they'll have like
my
a
crochet hook,
discount or a sale or something, and then it comes in a silk. I think that's lame. I'm not. It feels so nice. This case, and then you get a whole
sister,
bunch
I'm
of.
glad you're here because I
wanted to try my
deleted my
things.
Facebook.
Me? What in the?
Colin, you
what
told me
on
you were
earth is
not going
that?
to do that.
Oh,
Honey, I got you.
I almost said a
I
potty word
deleted
because
my.
that was
That's a beautiful
disturbing.
case.
Once I get
I
that
know it's
sugar
it's silk.
Well, go make me a sandwich. Okay, I got to say this. So shut up, Colin. I got to tell everybody. I deleted my Facebook and my Messenger. So a bunch of my friends and family told me that I got hacked on Instagram. I said, well, because they kept saying, "Is this you? Is this you?" And I said, "No, I have not been on my Instagram for a year and a half or 2 years." But they said that there's a fake, and I don't really care. Let them have a good time. Whoever hacked me, let them have a good time.
You
they
know
said they
you've
can't
made
get
on
messages.
YouTube if somebody's trying to imitate you or
On Instagram there. But I went ahead and I put my Facebook. Yeah, I went ahead and put my Facebook in deactivation mode. It's going to take it like 3 weeks to completely delete. And
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it takes that long. And I took Messenger out of, I deleted it off my phone. So I won't have Messenger now. But sister, is your email on your Facebook? Because I'll need to email you and give you my regular phone number. Because Enid, she messages me. When she messages me, she messages me through just her regular phone. Just a regular phone. That's what I like. But I don't even want to be associated with Facebook anymore. I downloaded all my pictures that I wanted to keep because I don't care about social media at all. I don't like Instagram. I don't like Colin does. Colin, you don't have anything to do with it either. So what are you talking about? I don't want to be accessible. I'm just going to do YouTube. That's all I can keep up with it. keep up with. So, okay, it's on your about page. Okay. I'll send you my regular phone number, but if anybody wants to talk to me on, you guys go just talk to me through message me. You can do it from your phone number.
When I pay on my stupid loan, I'm getting my hair cut. Gosh darn it! So
I need to shave my head and get this all off and let it grow back normal gray and white because it's too high maintenance.
But yeah.
That's what I did when I let my hair go. When I let it grow back a few years ago, I just went to the Colin, I will come in there and I will beat you like a redheaded stepchild, even though you're a redheaded biological child. I will still beat you. Shut up.
He has red hair?
Yeah, he has red hair.
Oh, like brown to me.
Born with bright red hair. He's got freckles on top of freckles.
Chips, Mama?
No, I do not want chips.
Wow.
And give me a glass of milk. And that'll help. That'll satisfy me. But I cannot handle social media. Now I use those Snapchat filters, but I'm too dang old to keep up with all that stuff. YouTube is enough to keep up with. And plus I don't want to talk to my family members. Isn't that terrible? That's another thing. Since I'm going through this menopause or whatever I'm going through, I don't want to talk to the people I know. I like to talk to you guys. I know you in person, but I'd rather talk to you guys than any of my family. And it's not that they're bad people, and I love them very dearly. But come visit me, and I don't want nobody to come visit me.
How come in the show Wire, they pronounce police as Polis?
Polis? Well, I don't know. Give me the milk.
Here, listen to this.
Shut up. Did you cut my sandwich in half? This is some. I'm gonna eat. This is some good bread, man. You didn't put a bunch of meat on it, did you? Ugh, I don't like meat.
What?
I can't hardly eat any meat. It makes me sick.
Oh.
This is turkey. Colin! Okay, that is it. He's going down. I will jump. You know what?
You brought him into this world. You can take him out.
I don't need you to say that on my live.
From the movie.
I don't care from the movie.
They got that opening part of the movie where it's about like the.
Oh my God! Go to your room. I knew you'd come out of it. Dear Lord Jesus, help me.
You made me come out here. You're like, make me
I got a little bitty thin piece of turkey on there. But this bread is really good. This bread is like
12 grain weight.
12 grain bread.
12 whole grain, 12 grain bread.
Whole grain, 12 grain bread. I got a little bitty thin piece of turkey on there and a piece of cheese. And I don't like
mayo.
I don't like cheese with my meat. Okay? If I'm going to eat cheese, I like it alone, but this is okay. But I don't eat much meat.
It's Oro wheat, 12 grain.
It's good. It's got these little crunchy things in it, like.
Good source of fiber.
I'm just kidding.
Is that what I've been going to bed? Okay, it's a good source of fiber.
Make it regular.
Colin, if you don't get out of here, you're going to be regular, if you know what I mean.
A long time ago, I'm talking like 1995 or so, I had bought some basmati rice out of the bulk bin. You know, at grocery stores, sometimes they would have those bins where kids scoop out, I don't know, flour, sugar, raisins, I don't know, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it was more economical than buying a prepackaged bag. And I cooked it up, and I was eating it, and I realized it had bugs in it, like weevils or something, dead bugs. But I was like, ah! And my boyfriend at the time, he was like, extra protein, and he just kept eating it. I was so grossed out. So I was like, nope, mine's going in the bin. So I don't think I've bought rice from a bin since then because I don't want to eat rice pests.
Oh.
Freaking gross.
I can't do rice. Rice does something to my body. It makes my stomach. I can't. If I had to eat rice,
makes me hiccup. No matter what I do, any rice, I hiccup like crazy. It's so annoying. I think mashed potatoes sometimes do it to me, but rice is definitely a culprit. I'll just be, it makes me mad because like it's like epic hiccups. I've never been able to figure it out either. I can eat any
my son that's the vegan.
Broccoli doesn't make me hiccup. It doesn't make sense. So.
My oldest, who's a vegan.
Oh.
Man, his hair has fell out so bad, and he won't go to a doctor. He won't even brush his teeth with toothpaste. He brushes with coconut oil or something. I don't know what he does. But he got real sick and he had no other choice. He had to go to the doctor. And the doctor said, he says, I don't know why I'm losing my hair. Da, 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 da. He said, well, has your father lost his hair? Well, no. He says, baldness running your family. And he says, no, not really. The doctor said, do you eat enough protein? No, I'm a vegan. The doctor said, it's your problem right there.
Yep. Protein.
Where you going, sister? Sister, you want to come up here with us?
I was a vegetarian for 25 years. I've suffered enough. So it's true. 25 long baconless years. So yeah, no more. That was long enough. I wasn't a vegan though.
I cannot eat. Yes, you can, Era. I cannot eat iceberg lettuce. I have to have loose leaf spinach. I have to have spinach or really, really dark lettuce. Iceberg lettuce to me makes me deathly ill.
Really?
Yes.
Like, what do you mean?
Like just the heads of lettuce, like the light colored lettuce.
No, I mean, like, how does it make you sick? I'm confused.
It makes me have a very bad stomach ache, and it makes me throw up, and it's very painful throwing up.
Whoa, crikey! I really like romaine lettuce.
Yeah, I like romaine lettuce. When I have a salad,
beef anymore. I like a beef patty wrapped in a romaine lettuce leaf is the bomb. Like, especially if there's cheese on the patty. I went through a keto journey a few years back. It worked. Holy cow, I lost so much weight. It was amazing. I keep wishing I had grandmothers just with kids and they're, I don't know. Maybe if my lifestyle was different because I love meat. I'll eat chicken, beef, ham. I don't care. I'll eat any of it.
I eat spinach.
So I like romaine.
I eat spinach, salads. I love spinach.
We eat
Spinaches.
we eat a lot of broccoli. It's mostly from frozen, but it's
Oh
like
God, we always have.
like drugs.
I
It
love
tastes so good.
broccoli.
I'm just like fish or
I
whatever, and
love
some
broccoli.
broccoli. I'm like, woo. So,
I love broccoli and cauliflower. I'll eat broccoli for.
I don't like broccoli raw though. It gives me a stomach ache or something. I don't. I don't know, it does things to me, so I don't do raw broccoli. But steamed, stir fried, or whatever, and that's fine.
Well,
I'll even
how
eat
did
it
you?
plain. I don't even put anything on it. I will eat it with cheese sauce. Don't get me wrong, I
Hello.
love cheese sauce, but
Oh,
what's wrong?
Ariel.
I just got finished washing my hair.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I feel that pain.
Oh, bless you.
I
How
don't
you
like
doing,
washing my
sweetie?
hair. Are you okay,
Hanging in
Ariel? Is
there.
you're depressed?
Yeah, that is me. I am depressed.
Do you have to work tomorrow?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I used to work retail. Oh, I can just imagine.
It's hard being the cashier.
Oh, I
Very
know you're a
hard.
cashier. That's the worst. But I have to say that I love Walmart cashiers. Every time I go to the Unicorn Walmart, which is an inside joke, that I've never seen anyone in their pajamas there. Although a friend of mine once said she's seen people wearing pajamas there. So it was like this whole
I've
thing.
worn my
So-
pajama pants to Walmart before, lots of times.
but I mean like straight up pajamas, because some of the other Walmarts have definitely seen that. But
Well, the flannel pants.
cashiers there are they're friendly and polite. And a long time ago, okay, I used to walk 6 miles a day. That ship has sailed, sadly. But I would walk all the way to the Unicorn Walmart and back, and it was a trek, and it was hot. So I would always tell them, like, I would walk all over there just to get one skein of yarn. Remember those days when I'd come back and brag about it? I walked 6 miles for one skein of yarn, and people would be like, "You're crazy," and I'm like, "Yep." And that was good times. That was fun. It was pre-Rona, and anyway, so pre-sciatica, but
Yeah.
one time I went there to get this one skein of yarn. I'm sweating because I walked. It can get hot as yarn balls here. And she gave me a bag of candy. They had like a little pre-selected bag of candy with like a Walmart card coupon. I don't know, something in it. And it was like Christmas. And I walked home with this bag of candy, and I was on top of the world. I was like, that is amazing. So no other store as a cashier ever gave me a bag of candy. That's never happened before. So, or since, sadly, I keep looking for it. Like, oh,
I got hair on the stem. According to my Fitbit, I got a little over 1.5 miles tonight when we went to the cemetery. So that was good.
the other day I walked 6 miles, and my husband was laughing at me. He's like, "You're not gonna be able to walk tomorrow." And let's just say this was my friend that day. And I don't play. That? This is a 500 tablet. I have 2 of these.
Oh, ibuprofen?
Yep, I have 2. So that's
ibuprofen?
my best friend forever right there, because I have sciatica and stuff. So
ibuprofen is the best thing for arthritis pain, but it ain't your friend if you got stomach problems.
No, I only take it with food, and I only take it like once a day.
Hey, Queen Bee, Alyssa.
So,
Hey guys,
Hi, Alyssa.
I am
Hey.
beat. I am so tired, but I gotta finish these angels, and it's killing me.
Oh God, girl.
My hands keep cramping up. It's horrible.
this was full of iced coffee. I'm not tired anymore.
I wish. This is.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, it's so pretty. Those look like the ones that I made. I am.
Making this.
I'm
one
actually
right now.
not working all the way up to Christmas Eve like I have every year for the last 20 years. I got everything that I had to make done and delivered.
I avoided it. I got
God.
almost everything done, but it's the problem is that I was asked to do a whole nother. Hey Tina, I didn't get to say hi to Tina.
How you doing?
Hi,
I think
beautiful.
Tina's
How
about
are
to fall
you?
asleep down there.
She looks like she's
I'm
tired
not
too.
asleep.
I'm just,
No,
She's
I'm
tired.
just,
You're resting your eyes.
chilling. She's
I've been
relaxing.
cleaning up all day, trying to. It's
Yeah.
just I can't, like y'all talking about giving stuff away for Christmas. I ain't have no money to give nothing away this year. No, it's just
I made my stuff because I didn't have no money.
I ain't
My
get
husband
here
had
in
a
time
little
enough
bit of
to
money.
fix this up for Christmas. So
I am-
it's just like a bunch of disappointments.
My
I know.
husband,
No.
I know the feeling.
if
I
I
am
make him
so
hats and
broke.
stuff and scarves, he actually wears them.
Yeah.
I just like the lights. I don't really care if I get presents.
I'm
I
crocheting
just
Me
like
too.
the lights.
I like to
But
give
I
for
feel
Christmas.
Tina's pain. I had to put
I'm trying to finish the scarf
an
bike
engine
this
in
morning.
my car. My car blew up,
That's
and
not
I have to
happening.
put an entire
Where's
engine
my
in my
iPad?
car.
Oh,
It cost me
oh,
almost
no.
$5,000. I was scraping to put it in my car. It was insane. And then we
Oh my
finally got
God.
that in the car because I had to work because I'm self-employed, but I'm a subcontractor. I'm a medical courier, and it just feels like it's hitting me this year. It's really, really tough this year to
Yeah.
make things happen. So I'm using Yarn Stash in order to make things for people, and thank God. Well, I found a stash of yarn on Facebook Marketplace for $50. I've just been scraping. I feel you. It's been a tough year, and then on
Look,
top of
Enid.
it, gas prices and everything else. You add everything in, it gets very.
This is the
difficult.
pattern that I'm using for this scarf.
Oh, isn't
love
that
it.
beautiful? That's nice.
This yarn is
Look at this,
spooky
girl.
as all get out. That I was like, oh, he's
Check it
cute.
out.
So I'm gonna crochet this. They're not
Enid,
dumb
check
when
it
they
out.
do stuff
Check it
like
out.
this. They don't use some less
I
appealing look,
can't-
less aesthetically pleasing.
Don't
I
ever
was
buy
making
these
this.
crochet hooks.
Like
Enid.
I was making this right here, and they
Enid, check
lost
it
the
out.
rest.
One off
Is that
the
your
other
what?
row.
Because they've been moving me, so they
What
lost
did
the
you
rest
do?
of
Don't
this yarn.
ever-
Do you have
Don't
a
So
ever
color?
now
buy
I
Hey,
know
wait,
where-
wait,
crochet
wait!
hooks.
I didn't hear what Tina said just now.
Oh,
What did
sorry.
you say, Tina?
I said they've been moving me, so they lost the rest of this yarn, this here color,
So
and
you're
I
stuck then.
so now I can't finish it because I don't
That's-
have the
That's
yarn.
horrible. That's horrible.
I
That would
don't know
kill me.
where it's at.
I'd kill them. I'd be like, "Where's my box with my yarn?"
Don't ever buy these crochet
No, I
hooks,
freak
guys.
out.
No,
What is that?
because I asked them. I said, "Would y'all please, like Tuesday?" I said, "Let's do this. Let's do it." Because I knew I had an appointment for Wednesday, and we didn't get to do nothing Tuesday. We didn't do nothing
cow.
Monday. So then they want to do everything today, which was Wednesday. And now they lost the yarn that I was working on this project with. So I don't know if I'm going to find it or not. The bag was ripped. I don't know if they lost it. Where they lost it at, I don't see it.
Well,
That's the bad thing about moving.
hopefully it will turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Granny B.
I hate
Liz.
moving.
Granny B. What
Yes.
hook is that?
These I got these for what? $1.90, $1
Yeah,
something.
they seem
They're
very,
these boy plastic acrylic
yeah,
hooks. They
felt
are nothing
very
but
flimsy
junk.
to me. I got a set of
wanna
those.
show
I'm
you-
like, wow, they
I wanna
bend
show
way
you
too
this-
easily.
This boy hook. This was one of my first hooks.
No, the
Well,
ones she
not
has
one of
are
my first
plastic.
One of my
No, these are
first hooks
plastic.
recently.
Yeah.
Check this out. This was
They
a
look
boy.
cute, but they're very fragile.
Yeah.
Oh
Which
God,
is-
what are those?
A bummer.
Well, I ordered those.
Oh,
I
the
ordered
end came
me.
off.
Ordered one
Those
of those boy
plastic
hooks.
ones, they break.
Yeah,
It breaks
This one's got
fast,
that
right?
rubber thing
I'm
on the
not.
end.
I don't use mine. I just think they look cute in like a cup or something. But they're.
Well, that's what I was doing. Gosh dang. Take this and I'll smack you.
Could that be menopausal?
I was
It's
going to
the-
take these things and just put them in the thing for like over here at my table to look for looks. And I thought I'm gonna use them and see how long it takes to break. So this is my third dish bag. my third
Ain't
knit
gonna
strand
take
on the blue
long,
one,
man.
and it's
Ain't gonna
snapped.
take
So
long.
now I
I
had to
will
move
tell
up
you
to
this.
the.
Lucky enough, before I needed the engine in my car, I bought a set of the Amore, Clover Amore, and oh my god, I love them.
That's what this one is.
Actually, I have a beautiful baby blanket actually that I
Yeah, I
made
love it.
in the summertime. It is blue. It is C2C. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got 27 baby blankets in there. I'm selling all my baby blankets. I will sell them for $25.
27.
That includes shipping and handling. That includes
EOS.
the shipping and handling.
Yeah.
And that's
I
very
love
reasonable.
EOS lip balm.
Who in the hell is messaging me?
So
It
I'm gonna
was
show you
me.
this. This is
Oh,
what I'm working on.
Sorry, Enid.
I'm in the hell who was messaging me.
Shut up, Colin.
Do you see
My
this, Tina?
children.
Look how tiny that is.
Yeah.
And I keep my
Yeah,
fingers
that's how I made
like this
the treetop
because they're
angels.
so
Do you get
tiny.
cramps in your fingers?
Yeah, my fingers are cramping up.
Yeah,
That's
they
exactly
cramp
what
your
I was
fingers.
talking about. It's like killing me. It's not this hand that's doing the crocheting. It's this hand that's holding onto it because I got to hold it like this.
Alyssa, what do you use to stiffen yours with? I
Look,
use.
that's the same thing with everybody. Mine is the same way. It's not the one that I hold the needle with. It's not this one that hurts. It's the one that I hold the thread with. And I don't like that.
Exactly.
That's
It's
not
the one
fair.
I'm holding my project with.
Right.
This angel doll that I made, she made me have the crampiest fingers in the world.
I hold my yarn like this in my left hand. How do y'all do it?
Now this little angel doll, her
Sorry.
arms and hands made me.
It's
stiff
the
and
crying
stuff?
shine.
Okay. Yep, I've
Yeah, from
actually had
Michaels.
that before. But this one is the one that gave me the total hand cramps till I was about to die.
What about a total eclipse of the
Just
heart?
her hands and her face and her body did it. Just her
You weren't
body,
even
legs.
born yet when that
What about
song
total
was popular.
What about if I kick your ARASS?
ARASS?
Yeah, that too.
Tell him
ARASS.
you have to
And
stop
then my-
quoting 80s songs. He wasn't even born yet. So, or 1980.
Then my cocky elf. Oop, he fell out of his chair.
Oh.
Then this cocky elf that I made that's sitting here in his chair.
Oh,
like it.
He gave me severe hand pain too.
Uh-huh.
Not gonna lie, he's pretty creepy.
I like to call this hand hurt.
He's the cocky elf, you know.
Cock me.
Shut up and go to your room. Get out of here, you brat.
Like when a British person.
Good
in the
night,
cock me.
Ariel.
Go away. Are you on drugs? Get
the
out
whole
of here.
floor tomorrow isn't too much for you to handle.
If you want to be on the live, Colin, go in your room and get on the live.
I've worked on Christmas Eve before. Retail is horrible. I'm crazy.
Hey, Timmy.
about it.
Well, Jim is going to bed, so I can hear him coming up the stairs. So I am going to have to sign out because I don't want to be too loud while he's sleeping. So I will see you. I'll probably be pulling it all night.
Sorry, Alyssa, for yelling
Yeah.
at my brat kid. The more you get to know me, you'll know that it's a thing that I have to do to get him to shut up because he's
I would yell
almost 30 years old and he comes in here and bugs the crap out of me when I'm having a live. Everybody knows how he is. I'm
Yeah.
gonna beat him.
Hey, Tina.
I told them.
I hope you find your yarn, sweetheart. I really do.
Yes.
I feel your
Hi,
pain.
Raquel. How are you?
Bye, Inherited. I love you guys.
Bye.
I'll talk to you later.
Thank
Love
you.
you too, Mary.
Thank
I'll
you.
be-
Thank
I'll go
you.
to bed.
lurking.
You have a
I'll be
wonderful
lurking.
Drop
evening.
I'm not
Joey,
putting
you
Christmas
can't
cookie
drop
now.
her
I swear to
URL.
God,
How
I'm
am I
not.
gonna find her
Huh?
channel?
No.
It'll be nice.
How am I gonna
I'm
find
not
the
going
Lisa's
to Christmas
channel?
with
No, I'm
you.
gonna be nice. I ain't gonna mess with you.
Oh, you're gonna be
I told you not to
watching?
bother me.
Okay.
My channel?
I
Yeah.
hope you have a wonderful evening. Who is that?
You
Queen
too,
Bee?
Tina, you have a very Merry Christmas. Everybody have a Merry
Night,
Christmas.
everybody. Merry Christmas.
I
Yeah,
hope
you
you
I'm
find
gonna
too.
have a nice Christmas because my family will go somewhere and leave me alone.
Bye, Mom.
Let me spend
You
I'm
Christmas
too,
gonna be
alone.
Queen.
lurking. I'm still gonna be here. I'm gonna be lurking, but because I'm probably gonna pull an all nighter with this angel. But I just can't stay on. Like I gotta be.
It's
quiet.
good to see you, Queen Bee. I haven't never seen you before, so I did want. I'm glad I got to see who you were.
Oh, she
I'm
came
glad
in
I got
before.
to meet you too.
She came in before when you were on here, Tina. Kimmy, you want to come
Yeah,
up?
but I don't think I ever
I
went on
probably
live
never
though.
paid any
I don't think I
attention.
met you. Like I met you in the comments, but we never
Yeah.
met each other face to face. So
Right,
makes it
right,
nicer.
right.
I love
Yeah.
you
But
guys.
Ashley, if you're still here, I can sell you a
Thank
baby
you.
blanket. A
Thank you for
beautiful.
coming up so I can see who you are.
It was nice finally
Thank you for
meeting you.
coming up.
I love you guys. All right,
Yeah, nice to meet
I'll be
you
in the
too.
comments. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, brother, Merry
Okay.
Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Kimmy, there's the link if you want to come up. Okay, I'm going to see how many pot holders I get or dish rags I get made with this. This is a J before it breaks. And I don't crochet tight. I have a medium tension. I'm not pulling on the.
I'm considering
That
turning
is
this into
beautiful.
a cowl.
Oh, girl. You might as well. What other needle that you're going to work with after that one get broke?
Honey, I've got
What?
so many crochet hooks. I've got hundreds of
You have
crochet
C-Tad?
hooks. Hundreds.
You have
About 300 or
C-Tad?
400.
Oh,
I'll go to
I
metal
ain't
after I
got
break.
that.
I got a bag down there.
Noni, do you have C-Tad?
Whoa,
Have
whoa,
what?
whoa.
What?
Whoa,
was gonna give
whoa,
my-
while I only had 2 hooks.
I got
A
hundreds.
5.5.
I have this
Okay.
fancy bag of dish rags and pot holders I made that I was going to give to
I
my
thought you
sister-in-laws
crocheted
this
your
year.
own crochet hook thing. I saw that
No, I
on
just had 2
Nastazia's
hooks.
channel.
Wow.
I almost made myself my own crochet hook case because that's meta. It's like self-referential or something, and I'm using me to know when to crochet your own crochet hook case, to your portable. Wow. I used to have a brain, the kind of thing you put the sizes you like to use in a thing, and
Thank you,
you
Austin.
guys and your scissors and all that junk, and you're going on a trip or you're going in the car or whatever. So
I have some tulips over there. Colin got me for Christmas, and I will. Hey, Colin, can I have my stocking?
do
Can I have one
hold
early
your?
gift?
How do you hold your hook, Noni? I should know this.
I'm a knife,
Oh, okay. Same here.
and I just take it around one finger. I'm doing a half double crochet on this dish rag. But I was going to give my sister-in-laws a bunch of dishcloths. I made dishcloths. I made scrubbies. Let me show you. And I decided, you know what? They don't deserve it. They don't deserve my hard work. Can you make me a blue baby blanket? I have one already made up, Ashley. Did you hear me a while ago? I said, you can have it for $25. You can pay me through PayPal, and that will include the shipping and handling. It's absolutely beautiful, too. It's C2C, and it's gorgeous. But all these scrubbies and stuff that I made, and mine are double layered. I make them like in a circle, and then I smush the circle together, and then I sew them in the middle, and it's hard in the middle. Mine are double strength. My sister-in-laws begged for these.
Did you combo the scrubby stuff with kitchen cotton yarn, or is it just the scrubby stuff?
This one, it's just scrubby. This one is the Red Heart scrubby. What I do is I crochet it like, we'd be making a hat. And then when I get it as big as I want, I start decreasing it until I get it like this. See, it's sewn in the middle, but you can see it's like a balloon. Well,
Yeah.
you can't because it's more than most people just do it in one thickness. But in the center, when I get it made, I push it. What are you laughing at? I push it together and I go in and out around in a circle.
Long. I have until
this is Hobby Lobby.
8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday to get this to be 90 inches long.
Girl, you gotta pull all nighter. This is this yarn is actually Hobby Lobby and the
I should have been
scraps
working on this in August.
Red Heart. This is Hobby Lobby, but mine are double thickness. Hobby Lobby. And then I got another yellow one. Wait a minute.
I find if I hold it at a funny angle like this, the yarn doesn't split as bad. Because I seem to spend half my time backing out of the stitch to unsplit the yarn. Oh, see, it's trying to split there. You Splitty
I
McSplitters.
also make those. I also make those scrubbies out of the cotton yarn, but this is double thickness. Out of just the cotton yarn, make them like you can use these for the facial scrubbers.
You could sell those for sure.
Oh God, I sell these on Etsy like going out of style. And then
Yeah.
that's a scrubby. That's with a scrubby yarn. That's Hobby Lobby yarn. This is regular peaches and cream, and I'll make them as double. Like you can use them for a face scrubby, or you can also wash dishes with them. They're nice and they're cotton and they ring out.
Will it scrub off 25 years?
Huh?
Will it scrub off 25 years?
Yeah. Well, it might. I have a lot of the cotton ones made up. But yeah. But I didn't give my sister-in-laws. I was going to give them all a bunch of stuff, and I thought this year, you know what? I ain't going to because I just ain't going to. I did. I gave 3, I think 3 or 4 away. I'm not sure.
I'm a hooker. In fact, when I was learning to crochet in 2000 and oh dear, I can't remember. 2011.
These are for
anyway. This chick I used to hang out with, I was concentrating trying to form a granny square because I had watched that tutorial from Beth in Tex 1, and so I had watched it, and I'm like concentrating like crazy, and my friend looks over at me and she says, "Yep, you're a hooker." So, and I laughed and laughed. And I laughed some more.
I made these a long time ago, but I do got to put some buttons and ribbons on tomorrow. I'm going to wrap them up tomorrow. These are for one of my nieces that still plays with dolls, and she has 2 American Girl dolls. So she wanted a couple pretty dresses. So I made the hats too, little hats to match, and I do have to put buttons and some ribbons on tomorrow for those. So I'll do that and wrap it up.
And Tina, you're dozing off there.
I ain't dozing
Tina's
off.
tired.
I cleaned up all day today.
There's no
And I ain't getting
man,
nowhere.
I stay up all freaking night. I'm not good at seeing a blade will die. So this is gonna be interesting.
Yes, well out. Get under there.
I need to go to bed. I was supposed to be going to bed, but I didn't. Because I seen your light on.
At least I have my craft case. I can just load like movies on YouTube or
I think
something.
I might just go.
And my brains out.
May,
I had
I love
Wendy
you.
say Boston.
Either if you come on tomorrow night, I'll come up. Maybe I'll feel better.
Yeah,
I'll
I don't
find
know.
your yard.
Now, if I can get they're going to go to my mother-in-law's about what time you going to your grandma's tomorrow night, Colin? Okay, they're going to go at 5:30 tomorrow night. So I'll get rid of them. You mean he's going to come home? I thought
I love that
he said he
pink and
works
white
tomorrow.
object behind you. A pink and white object behind you.
Maybe
What about my objects?
The thing behind your head, that pink and white.
Oh, that's mine.
Like
That's
cluster.
a poncho. That's the poncho I wear more than any other ponchos. And tonight, I put it on my mannequin when I take it off at night. That one I wear more than anything. I always wear it everywhere I go, just about. And I snagged it tonight with my crystal on my spirit bag. Got a big old snag, so now I got to try to fix that.
Oh, I hate it when that happens.
The crystal is in like I got a big crystal stone, and I get this really, really thin wire, and I crochet the wire, and I made like a cage and put the crystal inside of it. It's really cool. And a few years ago, I was making those necklaces and stuff like that for people. And anyway, one of the wires must have been sticking out and must have frayed loose or whatever. And anyway, it grabbed my poncho and snagged it. So I'm like, dang it.
I'm gonna be sick of half double crochet by the time this is over.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a nice
Doesn't
Y'all have a wonderful evening. Crochet, crochet away. Talk to you tomorrow, 9 May.
Get you some rest, Tina.
Okay.
What you gonna do on Christmas Day, Tina? You gonna have a
Yeah.
dinner? Are you gonna go to someone's house for dinner?
The kids. They cooking. I don't get to cook.
Oh darn.
No, I don't get to cook. They cook.
Well, that's
So
good
I'm not
though. I let mine cook.
I'd be like, wait, I don't have to cook anything? Hallelujah.
Hopefully I'll feel
I always
better
told my
tomorrow.
kids. I told my kids when they were little, I'm not going to be one of those moms that cooks the meal. I did for a long time, but I said, I'm not going to cook way up into my old age. So you both better learn how to cook. Well, Adam learned how to cook his vegan food, but Colin can cook just like, he's an excellent cook. So he loves to cook. He always watched me cook. So if we need anything around here, he'll cook it. Well, he'll go out and help his grandmother on Christmas Day, and they'll cook together.
Does he barbecue?
Does everything. He cooks some of the things that took me years to learn how to cook.
Yeah.
That's because he always was interested in watching me cook everything. He's a very good cook.
Too. They can cook everything. Stuff that I don't even know how to cook, like pot roast. I don't know how to cook it.
Yeah, I cook.
I make a good pot roast, and I put it in the crock pot, make it till it just falls off the bone.
For a while there, I was using a black set and like doing a beef stew and then making the, I don't know if crumpet's the right word, I can't remember. The British, they put like little dumplings on top of the stew and stick it in the oven, and then they rise and then they get golden on them and stuff. And
Money Man, you take care of it.
Okay, hon, get you some sleep. Get you some rest.
Good night, Tina.
Good night.
How do we find your yarn, girl?
Yes. I've had pot roast for Christmas, even dinner before several times.
Yeah, I would eat that for Christmas. We're eating a spiral ham, like potatoes, and
I'm not a ham person too much.
Something and
if I eat ham, it just makes my ankles swell. So
no cranberries. Oh,
yeah.
Cranberries, yeah.
I love cranberry. Have you ever made a cranberry apple pie? Oh, you talk about
no.
And you put a little orange peel in it. Oh my God, it is amazing.
I would try that.
Yep, it's very good.
I love the smell of oranges. It took you a while to figure that out, but like
orange peel,
like just
orange peel and cranberries. Put it in a pot. Put some cinnamon in there. Boil that on the stove too. That's another thing. I got one of those little bitty crock pots. One of those little crock pots like that. Well, this is just put the orange peel and any spices like.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it makes your house smell so good, and you can throw pine needles in there. Like if you have a pine tree in your yard, you've got lots of pine trees out there in Colorado.
No, I'd have to go to the jerky jerk. I'm trying not to use the word what we actually call him. He's the one that has a daughter that's some kind of criminal because the cops are always going over there looking. They've come here looking for her. Like, have you seen this? I'm like, what? No, dude, I don't know. There's something shifty going on there, but he's really mean and nasty. So we have a word that we use to describe him, but I won't repeat here. But he has pine trees in his yard, and I'm not going over there.
Oh, there's still some pine cones.
No, I'm not going near his house. Nope. There was at one point I was walking to go to my dentist or something, and these unmarked police vehicles showed up on our street, and I knew immediately they were unmarked police vehicles. You know how you just know? Like they tried to be clandestine, but you're like, oh, that's a cop car. All these like cops poured out like a clown car almost, an amazing amount of them, and they're all in plain clothes, but they have their shields like not very well concealed under their clothing. I'm like, oh, they're cops, and they all swarmed the house. They all went up the driveway to the guy's house, and I'm just watching this with my mouth, like my jaw almost on the ground. Like, is this real? Like, I'm watching a cop show. This is crazy. And then, the cops have literally knocked on our door asking if we've seen her, and I'm like, that's weird. So yeah, and
God, that is.
I don't think it's jaywalking. I don't think they send like 6 plainclothes cops to your house if you're jaywalking or you didn't stop at a stop sign or something. I don't think.
Maybe the cops were going there to get some drugs.
It is Colorado.
It is
Hey, man,
Colorado.
what do
That's
you
right. Maybe she was selling weed to the cops.
They wouldn't need to. There's an apothecary a mile from here. You can just go in there and I don't know.
Well,
It would be like
maybe-
going to some guy's house to buy clandestine alcohol. It doesn't make sense because there's like 800 liquor stores within
maybe
a
the
mile
cops wanted
or
some
two.
homegrown.
Oh, true. We had the organic.
Yeah, he wanted the organic stuff. You know, cops smoke weed too.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably use
And it is Colorado, so you know.
CBD. Yeah, they probably use the oil stuff.
Oh
But
God!
yeah, they
Why
have
don't we
very
just get the
clean and
stuff?
shiny and very nice looking. I call it an apothecary because it amuses me. But yeah, we got one of those like a mile from here.
God. Oh, I don't know about
A
it.
long time ago,
I
I used to roll some other hookers. And we were talking about this is like soon after we had legalized recreational use. I can't. Some of the stuff we we're talking about I can't repeat here because I'll text it to you. But it was amazing. I was like, wow, I had no idea that it could do that. I had no idea. It was very enlightening. So I miss hanging out with those hookers. It was always a very interesting occasion. But this is a state where people drift away. I have noticed.
I started laughing after you messaged me about about that live, and I was like, I started laughing, and then you were messaging me back, but we were in the car, and you know, when we're in the car, we don't have any data, and I'm like, poor Enid, she's gonna think I hung up on her.
Yeah, yeah, I was mortified. You know, I'm sarcastic. I'm irreverent. I have a ribald sense of humor, and I don't. When people are being too like, oh my God, there's trolls. We can't let any trolls in here. And like, that's all they talk about. I can't stand it. Like, it just makes me feel uncomfortable. And
yeah,
this isn't the right word, but it makes me feel on edge. And I'm like, no, I got to fix this. I'm going to make a joke and make people laugh. And then they're not going to be so focused on this ephemeral troll that may or may not exist. And it didn't work. So I was like,
shoot, you know me.
I can't do this to myself. If I land in a live stream where it's drama, back away. It's like a live grenade.
I can't do that drama.
Because it'll blow up in your face. So, hello, Michelle.
You were cracking me up because I'm like,
I'm
where?
on here. But sometimes I'm dumb and it makes me mad. In retrospect, like, come on now. You know better at your age.
Hi, Kim.
So I have my crew, and then there's the people who aren't my crew. And
you're my crew, girlfriend. You're my crew. You gotta be relaxed in my channel, at my lives, and just let it flow like a river.
I'm too old for drama. Like I'm too old for that stuff. There's just drama everywhere, and I mean, there's some of it that's amusing. Where you're like, oh, what's going on here? But
well, that's why I had to look at. I had to get rid of that Facebook because I'm so tired of people like none of you guys, but like my family and friends. Oh my God! And here comes a message and messenger. Did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? And I never answer them back, and they're always on to me. And they'll call me on the phone, and then they'll call me messenger. How come you're not answering my message? Because I don't want to sit there and gossip. Like all these old fogey ladies like me, just because I'm an old lady don't mean I want to sit and gossip. Now I do to a certain extent, but I don't want to sit there and then like my friend, you don't know him, so I can say it. My friend Thelma, she said, oh God, did you hear about Linda, what she did? And she wants me to say, and she messaged me that I bet you 10 times what, and I never said, what about Linda? I didn't say anything. I didn't message her back. So then she calls me after a couple of days. Why aren't you answering my messages I'm sending you on Facebook? in Messenger. I said, because I don't want to. I just don't know what's happened to you lately. You won't pay attention to none of us. I told him I don't care about that shit anymore. Excuse my language, guys. If anybody was offended by me saying shit, I don't care about that anymore. When I have too much anxiety.
Yeah.
When are they going to stop and when are they going to grow up? You know what I'm saying?
I love gossiping with garden lady next door, though. She's 90. I love gossiping with her. She's so, like, her mind is sharp as a tack. She's more observant than I am, and just, she knows things. She's old and she knows things, and it's amazing. We'll just put our heads together, and she's like, I saw this, I was watching, and then this other thing happened, and I heard this, and I'm like, and now I know things, right? It's like she's passing information to me that I need to know, like the scumbags on the corner that have the rat and mouse situation, and that's why we're getting mice in our house, because for the longest time we're like, where are they coming from? And our house is locked down like Fort Knox. Every potential entrance is blocked off, and then like the cat killing them and stuff, and I'm like, where are these coming from? And she's seen rats in her backyard, and she's next door to the scumbags, and I'm like,
oh my god.
So I'm like freaking out. So yeah,
see, that kind of gossip's okay. That kind of gossip's okay. But when they're wanting you to talk about somebody that you know very well.
No, yeah,
know, I know she's having problems. I don't want to know about it. If she wants me to know her problems, she can come to me. But that's the reason why the Facebook had to go. It ain't none of you guys on YouTube that were bothering me. It's just like, who cares if you haven't heard from somebody for 3 months? As long as you know they're not dead or in the hospital.
Yeah.
Who wants to know? Oh, did you hear about this one and this one and this one and how her husband did this and that? I don't care anymore. I don't care. I can't help them. It's even with my own kids. It's like my oldest son that's just Mr. Drama. I told him, don't you dare call me on the phone and tell me your problems anymore. Your mother is too old. I can't help you. I never could help you. So, mama, I used to say, save your mama for your drama. Well, you know what? Mama ain't saying that no more. Give it to somebody else or shut up and deal with it,
Yeah.
And the worst thing I could have said to my oldest son was, God gave you free will. And I said to him, and he didn't like this because he'd never heard me say this to him. I said, it seems to me like the problems you are having right now is because of your own choices you made. Mother, how dare you say that to me? I said, well, it's true. Instead, he wanted me to sit there and say, oh, baby, I'm so sorry you're having this problem, honey. You don't deserve this. Bull crap. He made the choice. He made it happen.
Yeah.
So kiss your mama's big fanny and leave me alone. Right.
Yep. Actions have consequences, whether they're positive or negative. Exactly. Everything you do has the potential for some kind of outcome.
For every action, there's a reaction.
Yeah.
For every,
Wow. And he's almost 40?
Yeah. So when he starts that crap, I can't believe this happened. All I told her to do was the blah, 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 blah. And I said, well, what'd you expect her to do? Ignore it? Yeah. So whatever. I know that the reason why any time that I fought with my husband, it was because anytime we had a bad time, I allowed it to happen.
Yeah.
Instead of, I allowed it to happen. So therefore it happened. Now I'm not saying everything is because we allowed it, you know what I'm trying to say, like the bad things, but I should have nipped it in the bud in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had, I don't have friends who are dramatic, let's say, anymore, but I have in the past where always moaning and complaining about some stuff that's going on, and it's usually you can trace it back to some dumb things they're doing, like, well, don't do this anymore, and it never went over very well.
Right. He took my medicine. I'm going to have to take my blood pressure pill because I'm getting all. It's time for it. Colin, thanks a lot. I appreciate you running off with my medicine bag.
Why would he do that?
Because he didn't like where it was, so he moved it.
Oh.
I'm gonna move him in a minute, and it ain't gonna be funny. Watch out. Oh God. He does a lot for me, and I do appreciate it. But I have this little footstool that's an antique. It was my father-in-law's father's. My father-in-law's 80. His dad would be probably 150 now if he was alive. But anyway, it was his footstool when my father-in-law was a little boy. It was his father's. Well, he gave it. Somehow he ended up with it. They gave it to me. So I have that over by my other chair. And when I'm crocheting, I have my crochet bag, basket, whatever I'm using sitting on it. Well, I have my pills on top of that. And Colin wanted to use that stool. So he moved my medicine way over there. God, I'm gonna beat him. He didn't move it. He actually threw it. He threw my bag, my little bag that I keep all my medicine, and he threw it over there on the bed. I want to beat him. If I beat my children as many times as I said I was going to beat them, man, those kids would be in a body cast. Good water. Now, where'd my dish rag go? I'm waiting for this. I'm just wondering how many dish rags I can get out of this hook before it snaps.
My posture is terrible. Do you find that being tall, you slouch a lot, or you sit at bad and stupid angles?
Yeah, I got a hump in my back. Doctor said, I'm going to check your back. I think you have osteoporosis. I said, I don't have osteoporosis. I have too tall porosis.
Yeah.
I said, from slouching, from being so tall.
I have giant barn silos. Osis.
You remember me I don't know if you were in my live when I told everybody I had 2 bras. Well, one I cannot find, and I think it might be behind the couch. If it's behind the couch, forget it. Trying to get to it.
Never mind. So, I don't want to know how it ended up there.
Well, because I had to go to. I did actually have to wear. I threw it. It made me mad just looking at me. So if I do happen to have a weak moment and say I'm going to go to my mother-in-law's for Christmas, which I probably will on Christmas Day, but not tomorrow night, I'm gonna have to go to Walmart tomorrow and buy a bra because I haven't bought a bra since 2012. And the one sports bra that I've been because I don't wear them enough to wear them out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But the one that I've been wearing for probably now I got that after 2012. I think I got it in 2016 or 17. My sister bought it for me for Christmas. She said she was tired of seeing me not wearing a bra. It's a sports bra though. Well, it finally, one of those ones that button in the front and covers up and pulls up and lifts and separates. Well, it finally, when I went to put it on, all the snaps just kind of dry rotted. They were like off of it. So hopefully Walmart has a size 48.
Good luck with that, like I say.
Triple E, big enough for triple E boobs to fit in. I hope so, because that's the only place that's going to be open tomorrow around here. Holy God, what is that noise, Colin? Did you hear that? Is that your game? Listen to this. It sounds like a train.
Is it a tornado? I heard they sound like a train coming. Or freight train or something like that.
No, we're used to the tornadoes, so that's not the sound. I don't know. It could have been some big something or other on the highway, but that was very loud and strange. Oh, wait a minute. It's the actual train. I just heard the whistle. It's the actual train. Why is the train coming through it? It's 10:30. It's 10:35. There's no train to go. It's a train.
I'm bad to bone. I don't care about gauge, so I'm bad to bone.
I don't know, but no, that's the act. Yeah, it's a train. I can hear the whistle. Or the horn or whatever a train has that. Okay, that was freaky. When we were going into town tonight to do our Christmas light viewing and this and that and the other, we saw someone walking down the road, and I thought it was one of my nephews because he's always walking. He's trying to get all healthy, and he's doing weightlifting, and he's been walking, and like it's about 3 miles to his house.
Yeah,
But I thought, why would he be walking at night? Well, we
I have
stopped
to
because
film my Vlogmas day 23. I'll probably wait a bit.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that Vlogmas this year. But anyway, we picked up. It was one of Kim's cousins, but he's one that's been in trouble with the law. We picked him up because he thought it was somebody else. The whole time we were gone, Kim thought that he was going to come back and rob our house.
Wow.
Like, wow, Kim, give the guy benefit of the, because he asked, he was just trying to make small talk on the way to town when we were dropping him off. Have you guys got a lot of Christmas presents under your tree? Are you guys going to have a Christmas Merry? Kim thought he was going to come back to the house and steal our Christmas present. I'm like, good God, Kim, that's your family. He's been in trouble with the law, but for Pete's sake, give the guy the benefit of the doubt. So he was freaking out.
Depends what he got in trouble with the law for.
Robbery.
Oh. Well, I'm with Kim on this one.
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I don't know the guy.
Midnight Train, Joey.
Oh,
Yeah, he was in trouble for robbery, drugs. Austin says,
Oh.
LOL. And this is my gaming channel.
Is he
Sweet.
clean? Is his cousin clean? Because if he's not clean, then
I don't know.
You know what I
He
mean?
didn't seem like he was on drugs. He seemed normal. He was talking normal. He wasn't talking too fast. He wasn't talking too slow. He seemed really normal. Like he was talking, you after a while you can tell who's on drugs and who's not by just the way they
Yeah.
talk and how fast they
I can
move.
tell. Yep.
But he said his car broke down. Yep, that's the train. And I don't understand. Can you hear it? It's really loud. But it never goes through at this time of night. Unless my clock.
Shoot.
No, it's 8:34. Or 10:34. That's really strange.
9:30 here.
What
90
time is it there?
inches.
That is really
Dun,
beautiful.
dun, dun.
Nice straight edges.
I'm gonna hate to have double crochet after this. Yeah, I hope so. I haven't been the other thing I'm bad at for is not counting my stitches in the row to make sure it's consistent.
I don't count mine once I get.
Whatever.
I don't count mine once I get going. I just look at the edges and judge and eyeball it and make sure they're straight. And sometimes they're not, but then I'll put a border on it, kind of
Yeah.
straighten it out, especially if it's like if it's a dish rag.
I guess if it's a dish
rag or
rag and
something.
you're just using it in your home, it doesn't matter so much. But if you're making a gift or something, then it does matter. I
Yeah.
guess.
Shoot, my
Oh,
family,
man.
my mother-in-law's family. Now my sister, one of Kim's cousins, she crochets and knits. My mother-in-law, she can make dish rags. She can really make a lot of stuff if she tried. But they just think I'm just like some kind of magician. I'm like, I cannot make everything. Hi, Latachars. Merry Christmas, watching from Melbourne, Australia. Awesome. Welcome in.
Oh, is it Christmas Eve there? Christmas Eve day. I'm not sure.
That's Christmas
Terrible.
Eve. It's already Christmas Eve there. Yep.
Yeah.
Latchers? Low textures? Am I saying that right? I sure hope that crochet hook that I bought doesn't snap like these. And it's that
Which one
Omni
did you
hook.
buy?
I bought the Omni, OMMI. It's really pretty. It's Kim Crochet Knits is telling me about it. Now it's got metal, but it looks like a furl on the body part of it, but it's spelled OMMI. I bought one of those. I bought a boy, another hook that looks like it, a lot like it. It's a boy hook, but I think it's plastic all the way. And it's like the acrylic look, and it's got, it looks like it's all glitter inside, kind of like these, but it's got a big body. So I'm hoping if it breaks, I'll have a heart attack. Then the other one I bought was a boy, kind of like the boy rubbery grip handled ones, but this one has got like an acrylic. It's like a boy hook. It's a metal hook, aluminum hook, but it's got a real pretty swirly looking pink and white swirl handle on it. And they're coming from Joann's. And one said not coming together. The Ami hook is coming from, I bought it actually, got Kim's credit card and bought that off Amazon.
Cool.
Stole his credit card. I mean, not his credit card, his debit card. And then Colin's got me some hooks over there in my stocking, but that he told me to tell him what I liked. So I've left that alone. I haven't looked. Only thing I did is look down in there, and I could see he had a package of taco mix in my stocking.
What?
To be a smart ass, to be a smart.
Oh.
So, yeah. That's who. You put taco mix in my stocking. It ain't funny. It's stupid. I'll laugh, okay? Ha, ha, ha. Thanks, he said. What a brat. Such a brat. Yes, my name is Lota. My daughter is Charlotte. Oh, sweet. I have a friend in Australia, and her daughter, she has a daughter named Charlotte, and my little baby niece that will be 1 year old. She will be 1 year old December 29th. Her name is Charlotte. Charlotte is a very popular name right now for baby girls. Very
My
popular.
baby's got a girl named Charlotte in the 80s.
Oh, you mean my angel dolly?
What?
Or one of my the angel Christmas tree angels I made for people. Those three are already given to. But this little dolly is just a little angel doll I made. She's just got little legs, little Amy.
You got to see the bills.
Little shoes, little panties, and I like her hair. Her hair is homespun. That hell spun, what we call homespun.
Yeah, hell spun. Yeah. I knew who taught me that. I laughed at that.
Yeah, her hair is hell spun.
True.
Yeah, hell spun and gold doily thread. I mixed them together and then put her like a little braid. Then she has like her little halo is like just gold ribbons with rosettes, and she just has eyes, no mouth, and then she's got little praying hands. And then I put little gold wings on her. And I stuffed her head, so I did a single crochet with a 3.3 something hook. But when I stuffed her so hard because her face is made out of just cotton yarn. But I stuffed it so hard it made too big gaps in it. But she just got the little animal eyes, little praying hands. And then I just crocheted her a little skirt. I didn't have a pattern. I just rigged her up. Just kind of cute. I made 4. How many do you think? Every year I always make like amigurumis for Christmas. I did the elf on the shelf, my Cupid doll that I crocheted a dress for, and something else. Oh, an elephant. And I did 5, and a teddy bear, a little Christmas elephant. I'm not really good. I won't go into that, but yeah, an elephant. But I'm going to make those some felt ornaments after Christmas, and I'll put them up for next year. But I did a lot of my Christmas sewing all year long, so I had stuff made up because I knew what people would be asking me to make them. And we have 6 Christmas stockings hanging on a fireplace, and there's not 6 in the family. There's just us 3. Now, if you count my daughter-in-law and my grandson and my son that will not be coming for Christmas, there would be 6. But let's see, 4 of those are mine, and then there's one for Kim and Colin. So I better have stuff in all 4 of those stockings.
the dogs don't get a stocking. I'm just kidding.
No, they're going to get a stocking, but they're going to get a one of those pre-made doggy stockings.
Yeah, I know what
That's
you mean.
what they get. Oh, you did a Yoda. I want to make a Yoda too. That is one thing I want to make, and I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I don't ever get around to it. But I think the baby Yoda, that's what I want to make. Now, my mail lady and my mail people, I didn't make them anything this year because I have no idea what I have anymore. I don't know if I have a mail lady. I don't know if I have a mailman. I don't know. Because it's always
Yeah, I
a
don't think I
different
have
person
anything.
bringing it.
I baked cookies a couple of times, but I ain't feeling. I don't want to bake anything.
Well, I've got some cookie stuff in there to make, and I never got them made. I made cookies one time, but I cannot be trusted around cookies because I eat them all.
Yeah.
Because I'm a fat chick and I love to eat. So I cannot be trusted around junk food. And Kim got that big box of Stouffer's chocolates, and I ate like 4 pieces of that.
Oh, Stouffer's?
When I read on there that there was toffee in there, I went nuts because I love toffee.
I don't like Stouffer's. I forgot what it's called. Yeah, I know what you mean though. I don't like that chocolate. I think it's not for me.
I love those. I used to get my mom that Whitman samplers, you know, in the little yellow box.
Oh, it has a cross stitch looking thing on it.
Yeah, it has that cross.
Yeah, a lot of.
Enid, the postage is supposed to go down, and by the end of January, February, I am going to send you those cross stitch books if you want it, and that hardback cross stitch book because, but those they're like some old patterns of cross stitch, but they're really cool.
Yeah, I know. I love cross stitch.
If you want them, that is.
Yeah.
But that Betty Crocker, Better Homes and Garden, not Betty Crocker, Betty Crocker. She's the one that bakes. She bakes. Better Homes and Garden. It's a really cool book. It's over there on my other side of the crafting room. It is really got some cute stuff in there. Really cool. And it's probably 1980s, I think. And I'll send you those silly knitting needles that I got from the Dollar Tree that are very nice, but I'm never going to use them because I keep dropping my damn stitches. Excuse my language. That you wanted so bad.
Yeah. I was so jealous. I'm like, arg. Dollar Tree stinks.
I mean, they're really good, but see, if I could get that all as medium L, but I think if I put the hooks in there together, they wouldn't think it was medium L. So when this shipping settles down, because it'll be $9.50 to send that right now. So I thought I better wait a little bit. What now? She's put. You're gonna spit on. Go ahead and lick it. That's for your husband.
What? He didn't tell me to make this. I just got wild hair.
Oh, it's booty mess.
Because they show a dude wearing the holy cow, dude wearing it. So I was like, well, my husband can wear it. So
Queen Bee, honey, that is awesome and very kind of you, but I can't follow patterns. When I make an Amy, I have to just make.
I don't know if I'm gonna put the fringe on it though. I don't think my husband's a fringe kind of a guy, but I don't have to decide that now.
I have to check that out. I have to make my Amy's from just looking at
this is a free pattern from Karen Your Inspirations. It's called Let's Begin Crochet Scarf. It's dead easy. It's just half double crochet throughout, so it's mindless in a way.
I am no good at patterns. I have to watch it or make it up on my own. Now some patterns.
What if it just says chain this many, half double crochet in the
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
And then chain 2 and flip over and
I know what all of it means. I shouldn't say I can't follow patterns because I know how to follow patterns. I know what all the stitches are and what everything means. But if somebody would lock me in a room and say, listen, for $1 million, if you make this pattern and you follow the pattern and you follow it and do everything it says, we will give you $1 million. I would do it, even the hardest pattern. But as far as following a pattern and stopping and reading And I used to when I was younger, and then I would take a highlight pen, because I would go all, as I read it, I would go down and mark with a highlight pen, and then, whatever, stop. But as far as following a pattern, I have to just do it from a picture. But all my Amis are made from me just looking at pictures, because I will throw patterns across the floor. If I can't make it from a picture, then it don't get made. But when you've been crocheting as long as I have, for 150 years, it becomes easy. Hello, animal lover. How are you? Yeah,
I've been
send me a
crocheting
picture.
10 years.
I made a
Like that.
little bitty tiny one, and all I did was make the ears and the face, and then I made just the little body, and then I made like the little coat-like thing that it wears, and then I sewed the arms and the nape and the neck, and then made the little coat, and it was about that big. I made that one, but I want to make a big one.
My great grandma made these things.
Oh God, those are cute.
I thought this was a hat. It's not. It's
What
supposed
is
to go
it,
in
a
a
little-
can.
It's a
I'm
what?
like, You put it over a can, like a coffee can.
A coffee
As
can,
a-
Cozy? A coffee
I
can?
guess
Cozy?
so.
That's
Look at
cute.
that.
Like a granny stitch. That is adorable.
I have no idea where she got this pattern from. And then this thing, I don't understand. This
pretty.
is a Crisco lid. She crocheted onto a Crisco lid. Look.
What is it for? Is it a
I don't
hot?
know.
Is it a hot for like a
don't know.
hot thing to put something hot on top?
Oh, that's a Crisco lid. It'll melt. We put
Oh, yeah, that
anything
would
on
melt.
there. It's just acrylic yarn.
It's very cute. Is it a frisbee?
No. I think it's a decorative item, but
Go throw it and hit your kid. Throw it at your kids, and if it don't hurt them, it's a frisbee.
this Crisco lid is older than
Methuselah.
pretty much. It's probably 70s or early 80s or something
Well,
like
that's
that.
cool.
My great grandma died in the 90s.
Oh.
She was
Okay.
95.
Well, maybe I got it. I got it. Does it? Okay, I got it. Put that bottom part up over the Crisco can, and then put the lid on the over the coffee can, and put the lid over the coffee. Turn it the other way. To the Cozy the
Like
other way.
that?
Yeah, put the can in there, and then put that on, and that's the lid. Is that maybe what it is?
What? Really? No way. Seriously?
Yes, way. Yeah, that's
Huh.
it.
Huh.
Go get a can of coffee. We'll
We
wait.
don't have a can. We give bags of coffee or something. All I have is my my instant coffee. I can't get anymore. It's my favorite. It's oh, come on. Oh man.
Well, do you have a can of Crisco? Did your grandma have a
No,
red and white
I
kitchen?
don't use that stuff. I use butter. It's Nescafe Classico mild. Yeah, I can't get any more. And it's my favorite. So, boo-hoo. I did miraculously find a jar of it on our shelf of our stockpile of tea and whatnot. I did manage to find a jar back there, so I've just been slowly using it, and when it's gone, that's
Well,
it.
we have to find
Miraculous
something
like
for your
something
can,
else.
Cozy. We have to find something that fits your can. Can you put toilet paper in it, or is the toilet paper too
It's a little
short?
too big. I don't know this. I mean,
What size
won't
can
fit
would
the
it
hat.
fit? They used to make a 13-ounce can.
I don't have a ruler handy.
Do you have
Yeah. Isn't that
maybe you could give it to somebody with a newborn that just has their head still elongated from the mother giving birth. The mother giving birth to. But the
And where
lid.
did she get these crazy ideas? Because there was no internet in those days. That's what I want to know.
Well, she obviously did it. It's for a purpose. So now we
Yeah.
got to find something that Cozy fits on, and then put the lid on top of it. Even if we got a fake snapping the lid on. But if we can't find a way, maybe you can make a pillow. Oh, that looks cute. What is that?
She made this too.
Oh, that's so cute.
My daughter has the male one.
Oh,
or something.
no, that's a snowman. That's adorable.
She made little ice skates.
With paperclip ice skates or
Yeah, I
straight
think
pin?
so. Look
Oh,
at that.
that's cute.
There's like foam balls in there.
Oh, that is really cute.
Yeah, my grandma was a boss level hooker. No joke.
Boss level. She was a boss level.
Yeah, boss level for sure. She was a hooker from way back. I think she could knit also.
She was a hooker from way back.
Yep.
Grandma was hooking before
She'd be
hooking.
proud of me for some of the things that I've managed to do. I think she if she was still alive, she'd be like, heck yeah. Because I'm my my mother and I aren't speaking this anyway, but she does crochet a little bit, but I've surpassed her. My grandmother mostly she knits and quilts. I've definitely surpassed her in terms of just the crazy things that I've done. I've made a poncho and blankets and
all of my family members
and I don't know, there is a lot. So I've kind of taken it and run with it. So clearly my great grandma was a take it and run with it kind of person, because her mother would have never done. Well, they didn't have plastic lids when her mother was alive.
Yeah, that's cool. We got to find something to fit in it.
Yeah.
Now I have a niece. She's a great niece. Now she's a very, very, very good crocheter. But I'm like the only person. My sister used to like book. It's really cute. I have like 300 and something granny squares that I keep saying I'm going to put in a blanket. What I did is I made
this acrylic. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but this acrylic feels nice. It's old as all get out, and it feels really soft and nice. I found all acrylic from. Then look at this. Look at the
yeah, that's awesome.
Chains or something.
Like
back in the day, I thought all acrylic was ghastly and horrible, but that's not. It's quite.
I have 300 granny squares. They're all made with red heart. I don't mind using red heart. I use red heart. But have you ever crocheted anything from Nadia Yarn Utopia? Nadia is her name. She did that 365 days of granny squares. I did those with her, and it's all these different granny squares.
Huh.
Now I have just regular 3, like the 3-tone colored granny squares. Those are the ones that have 300 and something of. I don't have 365 of those, but I did the 300. I made myself do a granny square with her every day for a whole year, and I actually did it. Well, sometimes I made 2 in like one day, but I actually made every one she made.
I think my spider web wrap was from her.
Yeah.
And my hands were on fire. I was crocheting on that for hours upon hours.
Yeah, I made that one too. I wanted to make that orange car coat that she made. It was kind of like she used like orange yarn. But I didn't
like fiber flux and her patterns and tutorials. I've made she had like temperature along.
Yeah, temperature blanket.
I've done like a scarf thing and a blanket, and I meant to do a couple more, but I didn't do it. I had even bought some of the yarn, but yeah, I don't know. I fizzled out a bit. But yeah, I did that 2 or 3 times. I did a temperature thing for a whole year. I had a book, and I would write down the like get the high and the low, and then subtract them from each other.
Yeah, I never would do that. I never did do the temperature blanket. I did. I did a couple of calendar blankets with Jaden stitches. The last one I was doing last year, I never got it never did it, but never got them put together. And then this year she did that mile a minute one, and I never did that one.
Yeah, I like the standard mile a minute. She started doing. I mean, they're cool. They look cool, but I kind of I think I like just the conventional one. When you just do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I started making those because sometimes I just need something exciting and new with crochet.
Yeah.
To get the juices flowing, because you can kind of get stuck in I get stuck in a rut. And
Yeah, I'm taking a bunch of my yarn that I've had forever, and I'm just going to make a bunch of blankets. And I did a bunch of blankets last year, and because I don't even know why.
I liked
My house is full of crocheted blankets.
Bob Wilson's, or no,
Yeah,
it's
Bob
Crochet
Wilson
with Claire.
123.
She had an old Mile a Minute tutorial, and that one was my favorite.
Yeah, that's the one I made. That's the one I made. I
Yeah.
made that in all one
It's
color.
super
I
cool.
made
I
it.
was like, oh, this is cool. It's dope.
Yeah, I made that one. Hi, Crazy Crafter. How are you? Yeah, I made that one with her. She had a lot of things going on with her for a while there. Felt sorry for her mom passed away. And then she went off YouTube for a long time. And then she changed her name.
Yeah.
But she is the very first person that I watched on YouTube. A friend of mine, you might have heard me tell this story before. She called me. This was probably 2015 or something. Maybe before that. No, it was way before that. 2007 or 8. Yeah, because I don't know. It was like Bob Wilson 123's like first or second year she's on YouTube. But anyway, this friend of mine, Alicia, she called me and she said, "Can you make me?" It was getting close to Christmas. "Can you make me an ear warmer?" And I said, "Do you mean earmuffs?" And she said, "No, an ear warmer." And I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "Like the skiers wear." And I'm like, "Well, what do the skiers wear? I don't ski. I don't live in Colorado." That was directed towards
I don't
me.
ski either, and I live in Colorado. So
But anyway, she said an ear warmer. And I said, "What the hell are you talking about?" She said, "Go on YouTube." And I said,
balaclava,
"Huh?
balaclava.
What'd you say?"
I mean, a balaclava.
I don't know what that is.
That's the ski mask.
Oh, no, wasn't that. But she said, "Go on YouTube and look it up." And I'm like, "What do you mean go on YouTube and look it up?" I didn't know YouTube had people like that on it because I never watched YouTube. My kids were always watching YouTube, but they were watching people playing games. I didn't even know what YouTube was all about. So I said, "Whatever." I said, "I'll call you back later, or you call me back after work." So I typed in ear warmer and up pops Bob Wilson 123, and it's on YouTube. And she's making this ear warmer. And it was like smaller in the back, and then you increased. And I thought, man, this is really cool. So there that whole day I was flipping through and I was finding all these people. Well, anyway, the first thing I ever did was with her. And then the second person I ever watched was Yolanda Soto Lopez.
Oh yeah,
And I love
remember.
Yolanda.
I did a hat from her once.
Yeah, I did a lot of stuff with her, like the baby dresses and
It
stuff.
had like a
cotton yarn.
It was like a skeleton type of, like you would crochet the pieces and sew them on.
Yep.
Is that applique? I'm not certain, but I did
Yep.
something like that from her. I like her crochet tutorials.
Yeah, I do. I love her voice and I love her accent.
I found her after I found Beth in Text 1.
Who?
Beth in TX1.
I've never seen her before.
Oh, well, she doesn't upload anymore, but all her stuff is still there.
Yeah.
I learned to crochet from her.
Night, Colin.
Her granny square tutorial. That's where I started.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check her out.
And I sweated bullets through that, but I powered through, and then I generated a granny square blank throw. I think I showed that in one of my videos. I think that was the first thing that I totally completed. And I laid it out all on the floor, and it was like crocheting I crocheted the squares together and made strips, and then crocheted those together, and I think I went around it and everything.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty ambitious for a new hooker, but
yeah.
I was just like pretty dedicated, and yeah. It's her. Awesome. And she made the whole channel to teach some friend of hers that want to learn to crochet. And what do you know? She ended up teaching a whole bunch of other noobs. So
see, I never knew about. Like after I did then after let's see, Bob Wilson 123. Then it was Yolanda Soto Lopez, and then I found Jada and Stitches, and my niece told me about her, and Jada I thought was hilarious. So then after Jada, this was way back. And this is probably Crystal's not even, I think she only had like 1,000 subscribers. But my niece told me, she said, "Can you make me a owl purse?" And this is when owls were starting to come back and get really, really in style, And I'm like, sure, I can guess. So I thought, well, I'll type in on YouTube again. So I typed in crocheted owl purse, and up popped Crystal Bagaudet. And she was making one. And this was way back when she first started. So I crocheted and I made that that purse for my niece, and then I ended up making a whole bunch of those for my nieces that next year for Christmas. So, but those are basically the 4 people that I watch. And I never ever saw a small YouTuber ever in my life, knew nothing about it, never had saw anybody that was a small YouTuber. And then in 2019, I thought, I'm going to make a video and put it on YouTube. Never saw a small YouTuber in my life. And I thought it won't go nowhere because, you know, I've never seen anybody like that. And so I did. And then I went and had my knee replacement on my left knee, and I came back and I had like 45 subscribers. And I'm like, what?
Like crafter.
And
I never know whether it's a crazy crafter or painter. Way back, I used to watch, I think her channel was called Crochet Geek. And I loved her tutorials. And she had those like pencil grips on her crochet hooks, and they were all
oh yeah, they would, yeah.
And she just I think she has mental illness. Things just, I couldn't believe it. It was horrifying. It was like,
Now what was her name? Crochet Geek?
yeah, and she had the coolest tutorials. I loved her. She was good at, she had like a black surface that, so you would have a lot of contrast, and like somehow she had rigged up the camera so that you could see what her hands were doing. It was very well done. And I learned a lot from watching her videos, and she just it was heartbreaking. I thought it was horrifying and sad, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like, oh my gosh.
What happened to her? She had a mental breakdown or something?
Oh, totally. Yeah, oh boy. It was
We know that
terrifying.
Yolanda Soto Lopez, her daughter, passed away here.
Yeah, and people were downvoting her and stuff. I was so mad when I saw that. I was boiling. People are so cruel and heartless.
I know it. That was
It
so
makes me feel
sad. I was
disgust.
like,
Her daughter passed away.
yeah.
She's not supposed to be upset about that?
Yeah, yeah, I know. I saw that, and I was like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And just like Claire from Bob Wilson 123, when her mom passed away, and she was taking care of her mom, and I kept watching her because I just felt so bad for her, and she was having those. And then and the first person I ever saw live was her, and she did a live. And of course, I asked a question. She said something, and of course, you know, when she said, "Oh," and it was my Granny Granny Ban, this account actually, because that was my email, Granny Banani, and at gmail.com. And that's the channel that I use, the thing I'm using now, the same one I'm using now. But I didn't make it a channel. It was just a supporter channel, like, or whatever. You know, how you use your email account. But anyway, she was doing that live about her mother was critical and all that stuff. And I said something, and she said my name, of course, and I felt like a big star, you know.
Yeah.
She said my name. But I felt so sorry for her because people were having nasty comments and stuff like that. And I'm like, God, people are awful. I always knew they were, but I mean, God.
I think that anonymity, or the relative anonymity of the internet, before the internet, there was hateful, nasty people, but they had to mostly keep their mouth shut because, you know, you couldn't, whatever, without having a stamp on it, or you couldn't talk over the phone without somebody know, like, you know what I mean? So this kind of garbage, they had to kind of keep it on wraps, but now it's like they just let it all hang out, and it makes me seethe. Like, it just makes me, that's when my stoicism fails me. It's like, excuse me. So
here's what I think about people, like people that troll people. Like, it's hard to believe that they would be an adult.
Me
it's hard to believe that they could be anybody. They could be somebody with a great big gigantic channel that was popular. They could be anybody. But when they say something mean to somebody, do they do it just because they can, or do they do it because they're mentally ill, or do they do it because they're little 12-year-old kids, and that to them that's fun? Do they do it because they can? I don't know. Why did they do it? Who knows?
Yeah,
I mean, they could be pastor. They could be priest. that just want to have a good time. To them, that's a good time because they live
Yeah, I
such a
don't.
serious life.
I spend some time wondering about who is the person behind this behavior. Is it just somebody whose own life is so terrible that the only way they can cope is by lashing out and making other
Mhm.
people miserable? Or is it just a kid who thinks
Yeah.
this is hilarious? Or
Yeah,
somebody
because if I was a
circling the
troll,
drain mentally? Like, I don't.
yeah,
It's
or is it somebody like I know that this one person that I have had troll me before is because, and it's a guy, and that's all I'm going to say.
I think
And
I
I
know who you're
blocked.
talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And I
Yeah.
blocked this person because they said some really nasty thing. They can say anything in the world they want to me. They ain't going to bother me because I know they're just being an idiot. First thing to getting over what people say to you is recognizing that they're just an idiot. It's for me. That's my philosophy. But I think that person is either drunk all the time or maybe mentally ill. And if they are, I'm sorry, and I'll even pray for them. But sometimes I think trolls are just little kids spend the night at each other's house and thought, oh man, let's go on
Yeah.
YouTube and troll people and be stupid. So, but you never know. It could be these very highly respected people in their community,
Huh.
and
That's
they
their
just do it
outlet.
because they get off on it.
Yeah.
Who knows about people? I'm serious. I mean, who knows? Craziness. Who knows? Because I don't know.
Sometimes I wonder if it's just a neck beard in mommy's basement. You know what a neck beard is? Never mind, look it up.
Yeah, some people say.
Sometimes they can be trollish because you have
Some
nothing
people
there
say
to
you're
do than play
25 and you
WoW
live in
and
your.
annoy
You
people.
must live in your mother's basement. Well, my son's 26 and he lives in the bedroom behind the living room.
Yeah, he doesn't live
Because
in
we
the
don't have a
basement.
basement.
And he's not a neck beard, so
Here's Alyssa again. Hello, my darling.
she's
So,
back.
Tell us
listening to
something
you.
good.
How many people watch the replay?
The replay of what?
Do you need
This.
it to be deleted or something?
No, I'm
Oh,
just asking.
My replays?
I might watch 5
have
seconds
no
of the
idea.
replay, but I don't never watch the whole thing. Ain't nobody got time
Okay,
for
so
that. But
I'm going to share something with you guys. Okay. I don't need it to be public knowledge, or else I would have shared it on my other channel. And those that are watching, that's fine. It's no big deal. But I mean, what you said about the woman whose daughter passed away.
Yeah.
My daughter attempted suicide October 28th of 2010 and is now in a personal care home in a comatose state since then. And I cracked. It's obviously not a very easy thing to deal with.
No,
And then
not at all.
afterwards, I had a lot of people. My daughter was 17 when it happened. She's 28 now. And like I said, she's still alive, but she's brain dead. Okay.
Right.
She breathes on her own, everything else. I don't have her on machines or anything. But here's the thing. I don't want anybody's pity or anything like that. But the thing is that when it comes down to that kind of thing, it does something to a person.
Exactly.
And it
yes.
but afterwards there were a lot of people, why are you keeping your daughter alive? Why this? Why that? And I'm like, you know what? First of all, it's none of your business. But second of all,
Right.
my daughter's breathing on her own and lives, she's not on machines. Yes, we feed her. But she's alive.
Right.
And so, everybody can pass judgment. They can say what they want. And, I'm not going to lie. I've been through a lot in my life, but when it comes right down to it, you really have to have compassion and love for those around you. And those, it doesn't matter, what they've been through or who they are. Just love everybody,
Right.
have that love for someone. Kill them with kindness if they're mean to you. That's the bottom line, because you don't know what that person's going through or what that person's been through. They're hurting. They're
Mhm.
hurting. You know, in one way or another, they're hurting. These trolls, they're probably hurting, you know, and if they're
Could be.
not,
Yep.
you know, they have to be. If you think about it, if they have nothing to do, then better to do than to follow someone around and whatever. That means they're hurting. They have no one, you know, and it's sad. It's just really, really sad. So, you know, I mean, we do the best we can with what we've got, and that's it. That's all you
See,
can
when I
do.
think of that, like I don't think that. I think to me, I think they're just kids playing or somebody that's I don't ever I should probably think I'm glad you brought that up because I think they're just people just out seeking a good time and wanting to act silly or something like that, you know. But I never really think about what you just said. I don't think that there's
Even
somebody
if
that's
it's a
partying.
teenager, even if it's a teenager acting out, why? That's
Yeah,
what you have to think about. What were the
yeah,
what you know, I adopted two sons. One, it turned out great. The other one, it didn't. And it didn't turn out well, but I got him very late in life. He was a
right.
teenager and he had been severely abused. I mean, severely abused. And stuff you could not imagine. All right, locked in a closet with his brother.
Oh my
When
God.
I took spaghetti out of the cupboard the one day, I'll never forget. He said, "Oh, spaghetti straws," and I said, "Spaghetti straws." I said, "It's raw spaghetti. Can I have one?" I said, "Yeah, you can have one." And he sat there and chomped down on on a raw spaghetti. And I said, "Do you want another one?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, because I was making spaghetti. He's like, "Yeah, I want another one."
Oh,
And I'm like, "Well, you know they're supposed to be cooked." And he goes, "They are." Here, his mother used
oh
to,
wow.
because it was one of the cheap things she would get from the pantry. She would throw those and those little packs of Welch's gummies in the
Uh-huh.
closet for them to chew on.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, I
How
mean, the kid had been severely abused
oh my God.
and in and out of institutions, everything else. And I tried.
Oh boy.
I tried to help him, but you know, until he gets the help he needs, there's not much I can do for him. So,
Right. Oh, how tragic.
but he's now been arrested a lot and he's in and out of other
Oh, that's too bad.
institutions, and you know, and there's only so much a person can do. So I help when I can, but you know,
Yeah.
and I'm here for moral support, but that's about it. That's all
Oh,
you
how
can do
sad.
is what you can. So
Well,
sometimes people,
I would rather if I was going to get trolled back on that thing again, I would rather if I was going to get trolled, it would be those silly teenagers that are spending the night with their friends or having a slumber party or someone like that than someone that is mentally ill because they've had a very, very hard life.
mm-hmm,
But I never
mm-hmm,
think about that. I always think of trolls as just kids playing around. To them, it's fun. They're having a good time. I never really think about it. It's someone that's, if they're saying mean things, someone that is mentally ill because, you know, I know mental illness is the same as just a physical illness. I mean, being mentally ill is just like having a broken leg. You have to get that broken leg repaired. You have to get your mind or get get your broken leg repaired. You have to get your mind repaired. I don't think of it that way, which I know that's probably true, but
yeah,
in my case, I'd rather think it's just somebody fooling around just to be having a good time, like a young kid or something.
yeah.
You know what I'm trying to
And
say?
you know what? It could be. It could
Yeah,
be. Absolutely, it could be. But it could also be somebody that's hurting.
yeah,
Unfortunately, there's those out there. Mm.
yeah, exactly. It's like I know with my oldest son, he's been suicidal since he was a child, and every time the phone rings, and as silly as he may be, and the problems that he has, I mean, he's had the opportunities, and he did recently start going to see someone, but it just, I don't know. It's every time the phone rings, especially late at night, it's just like my heart stops because I'm thinking,
Yeah.
is
You
this the
know, it's
call?
funny because it's not funny, but it's
Peculiar.
interesting because my daughter saved a lot of lives after what she did. Before COVID, I would take, I had parents calling me, and they would have their children come and say, this lady doesn't, whatever they would have to tell them. Listen, we're going to go see somebody in the hospital, and one of my friends wants me to go with them. Would you care? Would you come with me? And they would bring their child with them, and their teenager. And I would never say anything. They'd see all the pictures on the wall of my daughter being a teenager and being fun with all of her friends and playing volleyball and everything. And then they'd see her in the bed. And what it would do is they would ask, they'd say, what happened? And I would tell them. And if nothing else, it deterred them because they didn't want to end up like that.
Right.
So if nothing else, then COVID stopped all of that. So unfortunately, because with the visitations and things like that, all visitations have to be scheduled. It's not like it used to be. So,
gosh, I know so many people that this COVID was a whole nother thing I don't know if it's like when I started the live, how Anna and I were talking about menopause and how I'm real forgetful and how my brain is. I think it's I don't know. I haven't accepted. My friend Lita died June 9th from COVID. Her husband died 3 weeks later from COVID. My cousin was in the hospital and for I don't know how many months. 3 months. God, who else did we know that died from COVID? I can't even think right now. 2 more people. Another friend of ours died from COVID. Then my husband's got some family that died from COVID that I didn't know very well. But I'm just like, whether it's this menopause that's taken over my brain and making me just like numb to everything, or I've not accepted it yet. But I did find yesterday when I looked at the memorial, because if it's a memorial and there's no body, it's like it's sad.
I know.
But it's not like crushing, it doesn't, because of course, for one thing, they had to be cremated, and it's like you've already cried and stuff. But when you know what I'm trying to say, when they have that, when they have the memorial, it's like it's like you need the body there for closure, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I know that feeling. Jim's mom just passed away, not from COVID, but it felt that way. It felt kind of like
so it's kind of it kind of gives you it gives you kind of like a numb kind of was this fake feeling? Did this really happen? I mean, so much. It's just a really weird thing, and have I totally lost my senses? I still haven't. I accepted it, and I know they're gone. But when they went to the memorial and there's no body and there's no, yes, it was sad when people were. I don't know. I'm just babbling on. But
I think it's a coping mechanism to,
just
put it away until you have the time or the wherewithal to.
I agree, honey. I agree
with it, and it'll hit you eventually.
And it will. I know it'll hit me, because like I was looking at the paper from the memorial, and I was looking at her picture, and I'm like, it's not. It's like like when my mother passed away, for years I wanted, like, for a couple years my mom loved to see all my stuff I crochet, and when I did reborns and stuff, she couldn't wait to see them and stuff. But there would be days where I was like going to pick up the phone when I would finish a big project and call my mom, and I thought, wait a minute, you can't call her, she died. And it's just, and with everyone that's passed away, I mean, COVID has affected each and every one of us personally in one way or the other. And I don't know. It's like, I know they're gone, but are they really gone? I haven't got that closure yet. That's what I'm trying to say.
It made me totally mental last year. Oh boy.
It's like my son.
terrified we wouldn't be able to buy food and stuff, and oh boy, even my husband's usually pretty even keeled. He doesn't get anxious. Usually doesn't. It's hard to explain. Of the two of us, I'm the neurotic one, and he was. I watched him, and he was totally spiraling, and I was like, "Oh boy, stuff's getting real." And we're literally counting how many frozen items we had in the deep freezer, and counting how many canned foods and everything else because we have kids. Like cataloging, like when are we gonna run out? Because we had the money, but you couldn't buy anything. The shelves were just picked clean. So I was like, I'm not intelligent or anything, but I have a knack for finding a solution.
Don't put yourself
like
down.
that. So I was going to Amazon and doing that. We had Prime, so I was using the Amazon took over whole paycheck. So I started ordering from them whatever we could get, and then they also have their own grocery program thing, and so I was getting from there too, and just like going through pages of stuff and going, okay, here's this frozen stuff, here's this canned stuff, here's this meat and vegetables and fruit and all this other stuff, and then they would ship it to the house. But it was making it so crazy. We're taking like antimicrobial wipes and wiping off the bags and stuff. It was like, and I've never been.
I didn't do any of that.
I'm not.
I didn't do.
It totally made me,
See,
like,
now
crazy.
I'm going to be honest. In the beginning, I was that way. I was putting gloves on. I was even calling my boyfriend. I was like, do you have gloves on when you're pumping gas? I mean, seriously, are you wearing a mask every time you go in the store? Blah, 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 blah.
I thought if I went outside and my neighbors were in their backyard, I would catch it from them, even though they're 10 feet away. Like it did things to me that had.
Because
I've been mental for a long time, but not that mental, and it was like
that's what they made us think.
Holy crap! I was just that's when I started drinking wine. I was one thing we could get was wine, and I was a teetotaler for the longest time. And I'm like, you know what? The heck with this. And so
there are people right now that unscientifically believe that this new variant is airborne. Okay, I'm just like that. It's floating. That it is floating in the air. I'm not lying. I am not lying. They actually, I've heard them say it. Part of our community.
Oh my God.
Now, I am not a scientist. I am in the medical field. I have had friends die from COVID. Okay. I have also had a lot of friends die from the vaccine. I have one that's in a wheelchair because of the vaccine. I have a lot of friends that have been affected in every way from this. It doesn't matter what your belief is. It doesn't matter how you've been affected. Everyone has been affected through this. Everyone. And exactly. It's the truth. Now, I had COVID, lost all taste and smell. I got myself tested for a T cell thing. So I have lifetime immunity. I didn't know that. Not everybody does. You could end up getting COVID and get it again if you don't have the T cell.
On the internet, I've heard of people who've had it.
No, I had a very bad case of it. So because I had a very bad case of it, I guess I'm immune, but not everybody is. Okay. And so it's a possibility, like if you've had it before, to get it again, I guess.
Well,
like I said, I'm not a scientist. I don't know much. All I know is what I know. And I work in the medical field, and I've seen people very, very sick. I've been in the hospital. I've walked through the ERs in the height of COVID, and I'm just going to be honest, they were busier before COVID. I'm just
yeah. Yep.
Well, I remember last year, I don't know about everywhere,
just
but
you what I've
in this
seen
state,
working through an ER in
they
the
were
height of
freaking out.
COVID.
They were freaking out here because people that are need treated for cancer or have heart problems, like serious stuff, we're not going to the doctor like they're supposed to. So the further consequence of this is that people who would be alive or maybe didn't survive because they weren't being treated for cancer and diabetes, whatever, all that stuff. And because they're terrified of catching the virus, which is logical because last year, you know, there was a lot of like, you know, is this going to kill you or you're butt dead or is you just going to have a sniffle? There didn't seem to be any middle ground. It was just like, you know, you get it? That's it.
Well, see, in my case,
well, I mean, I literally, not even a couple weeks ago had a really, not a really close friend, but a person that I knew that was put on a vent and died. Okay.
Yeah. See,
So
I didn't worry about it enough. I didn't worry about it enough, I guess, because it never affected me like this. I was like, okay, COVID's out there. Okay. Wear a mask to the store. Okay, I'll wear a mask. Wipe your hand. I did all that, but I didn't even. I thought I didn't think about it enough, and then I was just like, whatever. This will pass. This shall pass too. I didn't hoard up toilet paper. In fact, my husband said there's no toilet paper in the store when that first started because everybody was buying it because they were freaking out. I said, don't worry about wiping your butt on toilet paper.
Squares of toilet paper on eBay because we couldn't get any. And so I was going all over the internet trying to find toilet paper. And there was people, I wish I had done a better job of screenshotting because it was absurd. They were selling squares of toilet paper. And
see, it didn't bother me that way.
And didn't even include the shipping.
Here's the way I thought about the toilet paper.
I was laughing. Like, you gotta laugh at the insanity. I even crocheted toilet paper.
Yeah, people were nuts.
Somebody had a video, like a tutorial on how to crochet toilet paper and use like sparkly white yarn because it just amused me.
Well, here's the way I was about it.
I laugh at it, right? Or you go crazy. And then I cross-stitched dumpster fire and with 2020 on it.
Here's the way I was about it. When I live in the country.
Fabric. It was cathartic to stitch that. Every stitch of it was cathartic. And I gotta find it though, and so I can memorialize it. So my kids are older, they can look at it and remember.
I have a COVID. It's an actual wooden COVID virus.
Oh, cool!
That says 2020 on it. It's on my tree.
Yeah.
Well, see, here's what I did. My husband said, "Oh, there's no toilet paper." I said, "Don't worry about toilet paper. We can always find something to wipe our ass on." Okay, like
don't use stinging nettles. So,
my husband has had I have enough rags and enough old fabric around here. I live in the country. Yes, burning trash is not good for the economy. No, or not the economy. Burning trash is not good for the atmosphere. But here's the way I thought of it. I said, forget about the toilet paper. If I can cut up t-shirts. We can take a t-shirt, an old t-shirt to the bathroom with you. Take a Walmart plastic bag. Yes, bad for the atmosphere. It's going to put toxins, da, 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 da. What can you do? But I guess because I'm old lady, I have lived a childhood of you use what you use. And if you don't have it, you don't have it. So I never worried about that toilet paper. I never cared if you got the toilet paper. I said, if we're out of toilet paper, we will wipe our arses on your t-shirts. So my husband, it was not a good thing that COVID came around. It was not a good thing that there was a toilet paper shortage, but I did eliminate his collective stash of old t-shirts with holes in them that he's had since the day we got married and before. I took them into the bathroom. I said, wipe your ass on this old t-shirt. It will just barely have to pull it and it will rip apart. Put it in the plastic bag, take it outside, put it in the big trash bag. And then when it gets full, we'll take it down to the burn barrel and we'll burn them. And that's what we did. And people are looking at me like, so people started sending me toilet paper as Happy Mail on my YouTube channel. I'm serious. I'm like, people, I live in the country. I can burn my husband's t-shirts. I can wipe my butt on them.
Yeah, you can't burn stuff like that here. There. Oh man, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah, see, we can burn.
Before I thought I didn't take things for granted. Like I didn't take having a roof over my head, food to eat, clean water to drink, electricity, things like that. I didn't take those things for granted. But I took toilet paper for granted. I took ketchup packets for granted.
Beautiful. I love it.
Because these are just
I'm
things
getting
that were
there.
commonplace, and
You're getting
you
there,
just didn't
girlfriend.
think they were a priority. But let me tell you, ketchup packets are a freaking priority. Straws are a priority, even if they're the reusable kind.
Well, here's the way
definitely
I
a
just
priority for me, and so I don't take those things for the longest time now. If we have toilet paper, I thank God that there's toilet paper to do
well,
the
you know,
things
for a
with.
second there, I thought I might have caused the COVID because let me tell you why. Okay, I do. I thought I might have caused it. Okay, about 3 years ago, I went on YouTube and I was having my nails done professionally all the time. When I was still working, they had to be done. I wore makeup when I went out. You wouldn't tell, but could tell by looking at me now. But anyway, I thought, you know what? I'm going to go. One of my nieces said, you can go on YouTube and learn how to do acrylic nails and you won't have to go to the salon all the time. Well, it was getting expensive and I'm a tightwad. Okay. So anyway, I went on YouTube and I learned how to do my own acrylic nails. So I bought all the stuff. So I bought, listen to this. I bought 500 masks because I cannot stand to smell that acrylic. And they were pink, beautiful salon masks like that they wear when they do, if you can't stand the smell of the acrylic.
You were ahead of the game.
I bought 500 of those masks on eBay because they were so cheap and they're pink and beautiful. So we had masks when COVID came around. So I thought, oh my God, I've caused the COVID. I bought all these masks.
Hey, cloth masks don't work against Omicron. I read an article.
Yeah, well,
And
I'm going to wear them
disposable
anyway.
masks that I like don't work against Omicron. I'm like, seriously?
And I did. I bought all those masks, and I thought for a minute I might have caused it.
I'm 2 weeks out from my booster, so I'm boosted, baby, which means
I ain't getting that
nothing
booster.
anymore. Isn't that
Listen,
it doesn't mean a darn thing.
You
It
know
just
what my
means
mother
I won't
told me?
die.
They come at me with
My
that
mother-
booster, I'm going to
my
punch them in
mother
the
told
nuts.
me, she told me a long time ago, she said, believe half of what you hear and still be in doubt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did
That's
my
all
part.
I got to say about that.
Well,
I did my
there's
part. I
nothing
went
else
and
I
got
can
the 2
do.
vaccines. I ain't getting no boosters.
I'm not
They-
wearing N95s and all this stuff with my asthma and my anxiety, my panic problems. Like, there's no way. It's either I wear a disposable mask that I fit to my face as best as I can, or I don't go anywhere. Those are my options. So I just don't go anywhere.
I'm a fat
Yeah.
chick.
My kids are
I have it partially-
vaccinated, but I think it's inevitable they'll bring Omicron home. But they're out of school right now, so
Well, I've done my part. I
I'm
am not
tired of
going to wear
worrying
no
about
more.
it.
I'm not wearing no heavy duty mask anymore. I don't go anywhere enough to do it. I am not going to get a booster shot. I've done my part. I got the first 2 COVID shots. I'm done because I'm done.
I don't want to get a 4th shot. I'm not.
Here I have
think
had
long and
blood
hard
clots.
about that if I want. I mean, I get a flu shot every year, and I don't. That
I
makes
get a
sense
flu shot.
because the flu shot they have to formulate it for what they predict will be the dominant flu strain, and I'm cool. I'm fine with that. I don't like getting the flu, and when I have asthma and stuff, it's a no go. So, I sign
Well, I
up.
get the flu shot every
That's
year
why I
because
think it's
the
like
doctor
20
says I
bucks
need it.
for getting it. So, but
I don't know.
But I don't
When
want
you
to
get to be my when
the
you get to be
COVID
my
shots
age, you
have
stop.
side effects I find unpleasant. So
I wouldn't want to have the COVID, and I did lose friends. But I'll tell you what, at my age, I'm thinking, whatever, because I don't know when's the last time I went to Walmart. I keep saying I'm going to go to Walmart tomorrow, buy me a new Christmas bra, so I don't have to flip and flop around in front of people if I decide to go to mother-in-law.
Crochet one. I'm just kidding.
But I do have some big old ace bandages back there. I guess I could wrap them up. But I will wear a mask.
Just order a home mastectomy kit from Amazon.
Hey, I'm about
kidding.
to see if I can. I'm about to ask Medicare if they can approve for me to have breast augmentation. Just take them off, for Pete's sake. They ain't getting doing
Not
nothing.
augmentation.
Reduction.
Reduction. How about
reduction.
removal? How about removal altogether? Removal. They're just nothing but in my way. I'm an old lady. And then I'm going to wear a mask tomorrow if I go to Walmart. My mother-in-law, they won't wear a mask for nothing in the world. So there will be no mask wearing if we go out there. And then I don't know. But I don't know. But yeah, and then now
Yeah.
completely lost where I was going with any of that. My brain, I just drew a complete blank.
Yep,
I need
that's
more.
menopause. I went through it. I went through it early, girlfriend. I went through mine at 35.
Oh
Whoa.
God. Well, here I am, a
Hey, it's
59-year-old
great.
woman,
I
and
don't have. I listen. No worries. No nothing with me. I don't have to worry about anything.
I have crazy nervousness, like, oh my God. And I need, if I could just run, but with 2 replaced knees, you can't just take off running like you did when you were young. But if I could just run and run from myself physically, but can't do it. I need to take things more serious.
Wow. It's 10:30. I'm surprised nobody's banging on my door. Whatever.
But you know what I was worried about when the COVID hit, though?
10:30. It's 12:37 where I am.
It's
The
10:37
time I'd
where
be
I'm
in
at.
bed at 9:40, but the kids are out of school right now and my husband's off work. So
Yes, I'm serious, Hardin James. I need mine just removed. Cut. 59 is old, honey. If you're me. If you're me, 59 is very old. But I want mine cut off and completely removed, but I know that's dangerous. But I don't have no use for him anymore. I have a husband, but I don't like him enough to have boobs. And I'm not going to I'm not going to have children. So there's really no use for them.
Yeah.
They just, what you over there cracking up laughing for? What is she laughing at?
Boobs, maybe? I don't know.
What you laughing at, girl?
I don't need anymore because I don't. Let's go to the doctor and be like, I don't want my husband anymore. I don't need these. Just get rid of them.
I don't need no dirty pillows for him anymore, and I don't need any for baby feeding babies. I'm serious. I have no use. They're just nothing but fat bags.
Sometimes
Honey,
I could swear like little kids, babies will stare at my chest, and I'm like, I start cracking up laughing because I'm thinking, no, these are out of service. They're broken, out of service. It's funny because I did breastfeed my kids, so I get it, right? I know why you're staring, but no, these don't work anymore. Sorry.
Well, I told you guys a story about when I was still teaching. Then it was nap time in my kindergarten. As one of them said, "Miss Nora, are you going to have a baby?" And I was 46 years old then when this kid asked me this question. "Are you going to have a baby?" And I said, "No, I'm going to have puppies because I have a big belly." That whole classroom went home and asked their mom. They asked me,
no!
I almost lost my job. I almost lost. They asked me if I was going to have baby, and I said, "No, I'm going to have puppies." That's why my belly's so big. Well, they asked the little kids, the little brats. So anyway, they went home and asked their mom if they could have one of my puppies when I had puppies. They did, and so the next day, they come in and they would leave their kids off, and they said, "Oh, we heard your dog's having puppies," and I said, "Huh?" So like 3 or 4 of them asked me that, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Well, yeah, I didn't know how to explain that one. I didn't. And so finally I told them, and the moms that were, they asked me, they were pretty cool moms, and I got to kind of know them pretty good. And I said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." This little girl named Jordan, that was the little boy. Samuel asked me first, but Jordan, Samuel, and can't remember the other little girl. They're the ones that wanted puppies. But I told their moms that no, they asked me if I was going to have a baby because my belly's big, and I said, "No, I'm going to have puppies. I'm so sorry." But yeah, their mom thought I might, because they wanted to know what kind of puppies and everything. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I went, "Oh God." Yep. Just like when they saw my bra strap, some of the little girls saw my bra strap, and they said, "What is that, Miss Nora?" And I said, "That's my brashishis," because I didn't want to say bra, so it ended up being brashishis. And I thought, God, ain't these little girls ever seen their mom's bra straps? Well, anyway, they went home and told their mom they wanted a brashishis like Aunt Nora's. So the moms come to school and they said, "What is a brashishis?" And so I had to tell their mom the story. Well, they saw my bra strap. And at the time, I wore colorful, big, wide, big, fat Bahama Mama bra straps, And So so the moms had to turn around and buy these little tank tops for their girls to wear because they wanted to wear a bra shish just like I was. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to get out of this teaching job. I'm gonna lose
Oh
my
my
job over
gosh.
this. I had to watch my mouth.
You should have said over the shoulder boulder holder.
Over the shoulder boulder holders, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
And I
God.
need some new over the holder boulder shoulder boulder holders or whatever they're called. I need new sports bras. Of course, anybody that wears a size 48 triple E, are they sporty? I think not. They're just fat ladies. And that's what I need. What did hard to say? Kids are literal, Noni. I guess so.
I guess so.
Oh, never heard a woman say I don't want my boobs anymore. I don't. Pardon, I'm done with them. What's a 59-year-old woman need her boobs for? For Pete's sake.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
All right, girls, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna head to bed.
Okay. Good
Well,
night.
thanks for coming. Thanks for coming back up, darling. Pull it all nighter. Get those angels finished.
I think I'm done for the night.
90
Now's the
inches. I don't
complicated
freaking
part,
think
and I
so.
can't do it.
I'm not good at math. I'm pretty sure it's not 90 inches.
No, you got a lot more to go, Enid. You
Yeah,
got
I'm
a lot
screwed.
farther to go.
I have so much stuff to do tomorrow. I'm like,
Yeah, that's the way I feel. I'm like, I'll finish it tomorrow. I know I will.
Well, I
just
I
need to
have passion
concentrate.
for OCD problems, and I see a paper plate in the floor. It looks like a piece of. I'm going to freak out. I have to pick all this up, make sure there's no dirty dishes in the sink, or I won't get any rest tonight. Because that's my OCD. I can't handle anything laying on the floor that's not supposed to be there.
yeah, I wig out too.
And Colin's shoes are here. They may bounce off his head in his room. I may have to open up the bedroom door and throw his shoes in there at him.
My kids throw their socks everywhere, and it drives me crazy.
Well, girls,
Under the
I'm out.
kitchen table.
Okay, darling. Have a good
the
night. And
couch.
Merry Christmas if we don't see you before the day. Love you,
All
darling.
right, Merry Christmas.
You too.
Bye.
Hardin says, try trying to explain to your kids why it's okay for Santa to be doing the thing with their mom. Man, oh God. I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. Remember that song? Underneath the Christmas tree last Hey, I believe in a real Santa. There is a real Santa. He don't bring presents, but Kim, thank you for coming, sweetheart. Bless Kim's heart. She's saying goodnight. I guess I better go say goodnight too after 3 hours, ain't it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've had a blast though.
Yeah. At least
Oh,
we weren't
God.
talking about dirty stuff.
Huh?
Remember that night? I don't know when that was, but the talk got rather lurid, if that's the right word. It was funny though, but
Oh
kept it
God.
PG, more or less.
My lives are usually. That's why I go late because we never know what we're going to talk about.
Your
Oh, of
8-year-old
course I
watching
do.
this, it's not my fault.
I did a live this morning too. Kind of I went on. I started out with kind of a silent live. And it was a couple hours, and then I went into YouTube Studios and I played Christmas music. So that was
Oh,
kind of cute.
frig, I have to do my stupid Vlogmas video.
Oh, I didn't do that this year. I did that last year when I had the other channel. I did the Vlogmas, but there's just so much that I'm not into anymore. So now I've got to decide. My big decision is going to be: do I go to Christmas or do I stay home?
I think
I
go
don't
to
know.
Christmas because it only comes once a year.
What I've been doing Christmas since the beginning of. I've been doing Christmas since the 1st of October. I've been in the Christmas spirit. I've been Christmas. But when the day
Yeah, that's
actually,
why. And Christmas before Thanksgiving.
yeah, I was doing white Christmas before that. I've had a pink tree up. I took it in, but usually I do about 3 main trees before I finally get happy. And this year I got happy on the second one. The pink tree's been carefully put away, and even though I took it and put it back in the bedroom and did it back there, I've already taken it down and put it away for the year.
I was feeling kind of blah about it for a while, but now I'm like, it's almost here. We can eat
when the
cool
day finally
stuff,
gets here.
and
When the day finally gets to here, I don't want nothing to do with it. It's I like all the pre-Christmas stuff. But when when the actual day of Christmas gets here, that's because I don't have any little kids. Like my grandson doesn't get to come anymore because mom and dad can't get their shit together. Excuse my language. But I'm just like right now, I'm just like, if it comes, I'm done. And I'll leave my tree up till New Year's and I'll take it down. And I don't know. One year I left it up the whole month of January and I had nightmares.
wow.
I had nightmares about that for years. I left it up the whole month of January. And I think it was even the 2nd of February. And I finally took it down and I was having nightmares every night. And finally, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it down. But never buy these crochet hooks if you're a crocheter. They're shite.
They're garbage.
They are garbage. If that new boy hook is this cheap,
They're hot garbage.
Thank God I got them out of that clearance basket. Because what are they?
How much did you pay for those?
Like $1.25 or something.
Well, what the? I paid like $5 for that crap. Or maybe it was $4.
Did you really? These were in, you know how they put those square bins in the middle of the floor at Walmart? A whole bunch of the Mandela. It was a couple
I would
years
buy
ago.
a bunch of them just to put in a cup or something and put it in the craft cave just because they look pretty. They're useless, but they're pretty, like me. I'm just kidding.
You're beautiful. Well, I thought about you. But you know what? You know, they were $1.25 or whatever. I thought maybe I could make a crochet tree. No,
Wait,
I'm not.
did you say they had Mandela for $1.25 too?
They had mandala, however you say it, in the middle of the floor in one of those big tubs. They had all kinds of yarn. $1 a cake. Yeah, this was a couple years ago. $1 a cake. They had red yarn. Yeah. They had red heart yarn. It was all marked down. Oh, this new fangled electronics. I don't know what's what, but I'm going to keep up, James, because Kim, don't buy these hooks. I broke one.
Yeah, they're trash. They're flimsy.
They're crap.
I tried one.
Have you ever had I had the big thick plastic ones too. The boy ones.
I didn't even, when I had scratch, I didn't even buy the rose gold of these because I heard that the gold like wears off. I was like, well, what's the point then?
Well, these were that big bin.
I was talking for rose gold, but
these hooks were in that big bin. There was a whole bunch of them, and they were all tangled up in the mandala yarn and the red heart yarn and all the clearance yarn. They were clearance. At the time that I got these, Noodly Bits was still, you remember Donna, Noodly Bits, you know, she passed away. She was telling me, she said, that is so weird at your Walmart that they did that, because at our Walmart, they take them back in the back and they send them back to corporate. The yarn and all the hooks. Well, they didn't at our Walmart, just had it all through in the bin.
They have a clearance aisle at the Unicorn Walmart. So,
well, they just had, I got all kinds of stuff. I got scissors. There was even stitch marker, like little things that I never saw on the shelves at Walmart. Never saw those things that were in that bin on the shelf. So I think that it was plastic crochet plastic crochet hooks and needles and hooks. These are trash. I got 3 of these. I just wanted to see what they do. I got 3 washcloths made out of that one, and then it finally just snapped. And this one is a J, and I'm seeing how far I can get on it. And I've ran out of yarn, so I'll have to, this will be one of my at-home dishcloths. But, yeah, they're crap. So if you crochet, don't ever buy these things.
Nope. I added them to the grocery order just to give them a whirl. Like, I thought, what the heck? And then I got them. I was like, they just bend and flex when they shouldn't. And I'm like, well, that's not sustainable.
I didn't even feel them bending, and I didn't feel any give or anything. I'm just like, I was just sitting here and I was crocheting and it snapped. And I had the bigger, thick ones, the big, thick ones that you got to use about 3 strands a yard crocheting with them. And I was just crocheting away and crocheting away. And I crocheted with that thing for about 5 years. And then one day down when I was taking care of my dad, and I'm crocheting away, and I'm making a big old thick blanket. He wanted me to make him a big thick blanket, and all of a sudden it snapped. And he heard it snap. He said, "What was that?" So that was my crochet hook. And he said, "Bring that here." And he looked and he goes, "I'll glue it back together." He was trying to fix it for me. I was like, "It's okay, Dad." My dad was 91 when he passed away. I said, "It's okay, Daddy. I can go buy another one for $2 or $3 or whatever it was." So I said for $1, I think. And they came in a pack. And so when I got ready to leave, he gave me $1. He said, "How much is tax now, sis?" And I said, 8 cents. And he goes, "Here's $1 and a dime. Go buy a new one of them crochet hooks." It's so cute. And you didn't know. Oh, is Kim want to come up? Oh, okay. I want to come up today, but I will at some point soon. Thank you. Well, you could come up by just clicking that link, Kim, that I dropped. If you want to come up, sweetie. But oh gosh, I don't know. I got to make an iMovie of my cemetery and put that together. I like making iMovies. I like to fade in and fade out.
I play around with it too. It's fun. I can't decide if these make hand problems worse or better.
When I first got my furl, the Odyssey, just like that, it made, and I started crocheting with it. It made my knuckles hurt across the top. It was really weird. I've never had that pain before.
Huh.
It took some getting used to, but it was so nice to have a furl, and I felt so privileged and honored.
Wrist feels wobbly, like it's gonna give out. It's kind of hard to explain. It's not painful. It's just weird.
The one that I had, Ryan, what was her name? Ryan, the yarn hag. She's the one that sent me that.
That's a cool name.
Did you ever know her? She was this real pretty.
The name rings a bell.
Huh?
The name rings a bell.
Yeah, she was on YouTube and then she just disappeared.
I hate when people do that, don't you?
But I don't know what happened to her. But anyway, she said she was going to throw it in the dead crochet hooks box or whatever, the crochet hooks that she didn't use. And she said, "Noni, if you want it, I'll send it to you." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes." And it was a J hook, but it was so heavy that I couldn't wait to get it. But when I crocheted with it, the top of my knuckles hurt on my hand, like right where my knuckles are. But Kim, if you want to come up, come on up, babe.
Hardens James is asking you, how much do you charge for one if I buy all the yarn? Crochet blankets are awesome, but cost a lot. It's Hardens James.
It's hard to say because it depends on the yarns. Yeah, the most expensive one I ever sold, and it was years ago. If I made one like it now, I charge $500 because I made a bedspread, a yellow daisy bedspread. Each one of the squares was a yellow daisy, and I had 400 squares in that thing. And it was $375, I believe is what it was. I charged her $375, and she paid it. But if I was to make one like that now, because that thing was fancy and that thing was so much work. It took me 6 months to make it.
Wow.
And I did. I should have charged. She told me, she said, I'll give you $400 for it. I said $375 because she's a friend. But now, boy, if I made a bedspread, queen size bedspread like that, I'll charge so much.
Oh, it's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Wow, brain not working. I have a crochet playlist of like tutorials and junk like that, and reviews, and I don't know. Do you ever look at it? I'm just wondering if anybody ever looks at it. I could actually check, but
I don't know how to check the analytics. I don't know how to tell how people's watching my stuff or not. I just go by
like if you make a playlist, you can look at it and see how many views it has. Like how
I know my views. I know my watch hours are 2,600 and something. Just my watch hours from YouTube Studios, and then
Hardens James is talking about a regular one with the yarn he buys and sends.
Oh God! Well, it costs you a fortune if you send yarn, Do you mean like a throw? I have like so many throws made. It ain't even funny that I've never even covered up with them because I would never let nobody cover up with them because I didn't want anybody getting their snaggity toes on them. I have no idea. I never know how to price a blanket. I had somebody. What is that just kicked on?
For crying out loud.
I guess my heat kicked on. I had somebody buy fancy yarn. It was that bloom yarn. Have you ever used that? The bloom yarn?
Oh, I always wanted to. The one that looks like flowers and stuff.
You have to make sure you do a single crochet with that or that will not come out.
Huh.
And I had somebody buy that and they bought it was my sister. Was it my sister? Yeah. Yes, it was my sister. She bought me that to make her niece a baby blanket. And I thought, well, I'm not using no pattern. So I looked at that thing and it said, it had a pattern on there, but I thought, I'll just do whatever. I was going to do like a double crochet. And then I thought, I better look at that and read it. So it said on there to use a single crochet with what you make, whatever, or you won't get the bloom pattern out. It won't come out looking like a row of flowers. I thought, oh my God. So I made her a baby blanket for my niece, and it was the big heavy duty 5-ply bloom. And it turned out real nice. But oh my God, she paid $9 a skein for that yarn.
My crochet playlist has 344 videos, and I think 31 people have looked at it, which isn't too bad, I guess.
She paid $9. Hey, Kim, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hello.
Hi, ladies.
My crochet playlist
Hey,
has
darling, what you doing?
344 videos, and I think
I've never done this before. I think I
You
did
never
it one
did.
time.
You never have Kim up on a live? Oh,
Hi,
Kim's got something. Kim's got something. What you got hanging on the back of your thing there?
I've
Is
never
that?
done this before.
someone's got their
I did it one time.
thing.
Oh yeah, she'll have to turn down the echo on the YouTube side.
I've got feedback, so just bear with me a minute because I don't know where it's coming from.
I hate when it happens.
This is for such that she'll have to turn down the echo on the YouTube side.
On the YouTube, okay.
Yeah, like on the YouTube side, and then whatever. Oh, she muted herself. How do you explain it to do it? Turn down.
Whatever tab is.
On the YouTube, okay.
Hello. Bless her heart, she's still got it. You have to turn down the side that's like YouTube.
Whatever tab is.
On the YouTube, okay.
That's crazy. Hear myself.
Bless her heart, she's still got it. You have to turn down the side that's like YouTube. The YouTube side is what I call it. Just the side that.
I'll figure it out here sooner or later.
It's kind of hard to figure out. But I was going to say her blanket or whatever that's hanging on the back of her chair looks like the one that I've got on my couch.
I'll figure it out here sooner or later.
It's kind of hard to figure out. But I was going to say her blanket or whatever that's hanging on the back of her chair looks like the one that I've got on my couch. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's kind of hard to figure out. Enid, that is gorgeous. Oh, that's so pretty. That is beautiful. Christmassy.
Yeah. Don't stick to my tree.
It takes a while to figure it out, Kim. You'll do it. That's beautiful, Enid. It takes a while to figure it out. You'll do it. Now, see, Enid, that's my favorite. That's my favorite blanket is the Granny Square. That is a beautiful job.
And it's got sparkly white.
Is it real bad on you guys' end too?
Yeah, it's
I
echoing.
can hear myself talking and echo. You must have YouTube in a tab or something like that. I would close the tab.
Let me try something else. Is it real bad on you
On
guys?
a different browser, maybe.
Like you were on YouTube and you came up on YouTube and you came into the StreamYard. Oh, bless her heart. She needs to go back to the YouTube and turn the volume down there. Okay. Hardin says, well, 15 years ago, I won of those blankets with the different squares made. Each one came from a friend or family member, and all sewn together cost my $600 a quilt. Woo! Yeah, well,
Blimey.
that's now Enid, that's beautiful. When did you make that?
Maybe it was 2 years ago. I can't remember.
Now I've got
some of it's Hirschner's yarn. I think this red and green and this variegated stuff is Hirschner's, and the white actually might be all Hirschner's. I didn't take good notes, but I had seen in like on the internet somewhere something similar like this, but it had different shapes or like some rectangular squares and stuff. But I decided to kind of do my own thing. So
that's beautiful. See,
yeah,
I love granny
this time of
squares.
year.
I love granny squares, but I hate sewn together. Have you seen that C2C as you go along Fiber Spider has? I made one of those, a huge one. You make a little CTC 4x4 square, and then you make the other one, and you don't make them separate. You just keep making them, and it's so cool.
I've seen on like Crochet Crowd or something that you can do that with granny squares, so you don't end off. You add on, and
yeah, that's what I've got to do. That's what I want to do, because I have like all those 300 ones, and I hate sewing them together, and I can even crochet them together, but then I'm thinking, and if I'll sew my ends in as I go, but I know I won't. So that's what's holding me back. I'll probably end up selling them all on Etsy for somebody to put it together. And then my husband's cousin, she said, I'll sew them together for you. So she told me to bring them to her anytime. She'll be there for Christmas. She'll be there for Christmas on Christmas Day. I may take those and have them drop them off and tell her to do it. If she wants to go ahead and do it, because she wouldn't even charge her. She wouldn't even care. She said, I hate for you to have them sitting around going to waste. Okay, here comes Kimmy back. Hey, girl.
Okay, let's try.
You got it, baby. You got it. Now it's working.
Okay, I'm using my tablet instead.
You got it now. Ooh, I'm liking your glasses. I'm liking your your rainbow color on your glasses right there.
You buy these on Amazon. They're just little things, or make them and put them on there.
Oh, sweet. Oh, cool.
Slide them on there. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's cool. I never saw it before.
And they're stretchy, and you just, take them off and wash them and whatever.
Oh, well, how cool is that?
They have all different kinds of designs and things like that.
Yep, it's working out. I hate Hardin says, I hate washing those, always worrying it will get all shrunk up. No, but if you're using acrylic yarn, you can actually leave it in the dryer and watch it and have it melt. Because I've done it before. Because after all,
let it air dry.
Acrylic yarn is just plastic after all. Really, it's just plastic. My sister,
That's right.
I made this real delicate baby blanket out of off-white yarn. I'll never forget this. And I used it as a tablecloth on this table because it was it was a fingering weight yarn, and it was so fine. And I said, I got to take that off there and go shake it outside and get the dust off. She said, just throw it in your clothes dryer. And I said, no. So before I could get it from her, she grabbed it and threw it in my clothes dryer and turned on my clothes dryer. I said, it's going to melt. She threw that in my clothes dryer, and the dust and the yarn together made up this horrible, there was smoke coming up. I said, I'm going to kill you. She did. I'll tell you, it was soft after that. But she ruined that blanket. It was all but that's the kind of sister she is. She won't listen. She was helping me clean house, and she ruined so much of my stuff.
All that hard work.
All that hard work. Yes. Oh, you can wash your, and I said, don't throw it in the clothes dryer. Oh my God. And like a dummy, I left her at my house. I went to work, and she was here visiting, and I still had to go to work. But she cleaned my house. She ruined so much of my stuff. I said, don't go near my crochet ever again. None of it.
That's right.
You can't throw that stuff in the dryer. You can if you want to soften it up, but you can't leave it in there.
Yeah, I put on low, but only for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes at the most.
To dry.
Don't leave it in there for 35 minutes and melt it. We ain't want to
I
felt
hate
it.
to try.
If she wants to felt something, go for it. But don't melt it.
This doesn't make me want to swear. I hate splitty yarn. It's
was
a
so
pain in
mad
my
at her.
existence. What?
I was so mad at my sister when she done that, though. I was like, ooh, I'm going to beat you. I got blankets. I made that one crochet, that C2C blanket out of that yarn. That thing is big enough to fit on a king-size bed. It's sitting over there. I got too much. Oh. I need to let my husband and my son go to my mother-in-law's for Christmas Day, and I need to clean my house. Stuff is everywhere. What you got around your neck, Enid? Christmas scarf?
I finished this one.
Oh, that's recently
Recently.
finished.
Oh, with my voice. That is
so
with Hobby Lobby
Oh, the
metallic.
Hobby Lobby Christmas yarn. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, metallic. My daughter wears this one too. I wish
Now
I had
they
more of
want-
this yarn. This
Oh,
Hobby
that's
Lobby metallic
pretty.
Christmas yarn.
What you
really
working
pretty.
on, Kim?
I gotta
So what you
see.
working on?
I am working on I'm designing these rather for a lady. She has some issues with her neck, some rashes. So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do it and put buttons on these.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
And then that way she can wear different colors, So
Yeah.
I'm doing black, the main colors right now.
Oh, that'd be nice.
And I'm just, donating them to her because she's,
I have an issue with
subconscious about it,
I have an issue
Yep.
with my neck called double chin neck fat flab.
Girl.
Take me a scarf, wrap it around there about 5 times, stick a flower on it. They'll never know. They'll never know.
And have you ladies used the Yarn Bee Comfy Classic yarn?
No, I have not tried that before, but I want to because that's
Yeah.
the last time I was at Hobby Lobby, I was sitting there going squish. I was like that guy that used to squeeze the Charmin, I was squeezing the yarn.
Isn't it soft? Nona May, isn't
Yeah.
it soft?
Yeah,
And it's
so
stretchy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I figured I'd make her, this, and then she can put this on her neck and she can roll it down if she wants to, or have it up if she wants to, or whatever. And it's real stretchy, real soft
that is
too.
stretchy. That's nice.
So I got some different colors of that for her. You got
Harden's laughing at
gold.
me again. Look at him laugh at me. He says, "LOA, Noni, that funny double chin syndrome." Yeah, I got the double chin syndrome.
Well, I hate to love you and leave you, but I gotta go use the little girl's room.
Use the little girl. You better get you some sleep. You're a young mama. You got to take care of them rugrats.
Young?
Not that they're rats. Not
old.
that they're rats.
I don't know that I can stay up much longer. I'm just gonna start fading.
Well, if you fall asleep, just grab your blanket there and cover up, and we'll watch you sleep, and then we can tell you if you snore or not.
No, I know I snore. If it's
You can watch yourself on playback.
You know what I do?
My snores are crying out loud. So
I videotaped myself, because like on an iPad, it takes forever for the battery to die. You can go 24 hours for your battery to die. So I wanted to see if I snored because they said I snore. They said I go. They said I sound like a horse. So I turned now this is before I had the YouTube channel. So I put the camera on, the video camera on the iPad, and I watched myself sleep. And by God, I did. I didn't mean to say by God, that's terrible, but I was going. My lips were just vibrating. You know how a horse will do that? Yep, that's how I snore. And I know, and I'll wake up.
I wake up.
I've drooled all over myself. Go pee before you pee your pants.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you, Inherited Stitches.
You too.
Message me, Enid.
I'll try to find you if I haven't already. Is that your YouTube name? Classy Kim's Crochet?
Yeah, Classy Kim.
It is.
Okay.
So as soon as I finish healing up, I'm going to start back on YouTube.
Yeah, Clem. I called you Clem. Kim's got an awesome channel, but we can Clem. That's her new name, Clem. Klim.
Bum bum bum.
Boom, boom.
Oh,
There you go.
wait. Don't click it wrong, dummy. Here you go. I'm tired, so I think I'm not working. So, okay, I gotta go. Adios.
Get some rest.
Yeah.
What did you see,
Merry
Harvey?
Christmas. What?
Merry Christmas, honey. Message me.
All right. Well, I'm on the potty.
Yes, get to the bathroom quick.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Love you.
How do I
Bye.
wait?
You can go whenever you're ready. I just wanted to come up because I hadn't done it. I think I did it one time on somebody's stream, but it wasn't StreamYard. It was YouTube, I think. I thought it was,
figured out. Glad you.
Yeah.
Hardin says, "Oh, I saw your TikTok dog video. Let go was funny." Now you know what that is. People say that's TikTok, but it's actually I'm making the videos from YouTube. They're shorts.
Shorts. Okay.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
TikTok,
learning.
it's the YouTube shorts because I don't even have a TikTok account.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I'd want a TikTok account because my kids showed me stuff off TikTok and I thought them people are crazy on that TikTok. But it's the YouTube shorts and that helps you get lots of views and helps your views go up. So you can push that little button, make a video, make a short and then record your little video.
Yes, I'd say that's probably what I was going to start doing because
do those, Kim, because you talk about it. Your channel's big anyway. You will get you will get views. There was a funny TikTok like phone video I just saw of yours with a little mini Dobie dog. Oh, shorts. Okay. Well, I did the one with my underwear. I had to be a goofball. But yeah, I got lots of shorts. I think I got 70 shorts altogether.
Okay.
They do help you get the views. One of them, I think the biggest one I got is 2,000 or 3,000 views. I'm not sure. But if you type in and this is, my new channel, because I had the 4,000 subscriber channel that I deleted and started all over. And, this is my new one. But they will help you get the views.
Okay. Yeah, I mainly was just doing it to try to, to show my work mainly.
Yeah.
And then it's, and maybe when I go back on again, I might do something different.
Well,
I don't know.
I say my channel's Granny B Crochet and More, but I actually got more than, it's for everything. In fact, I'm going to put my cemetery video because I went out and talked to the spirits tonight. My son and I have mother and son paranormal, but I'm going to put it on both channels. That's what the more is on there for, all kinds of stuff. You never know what you're going to see on my channel.
Gotcha.
But Kim, I'm glad you figured out how to come up. But I'm getting the warning. I'm running out of my StreamYards right now. 3 hours and 36. But now that you figured it out, girl, come back when you see me on and come back up on the panel.
I will. And thank you so much. And you have a good rest of the night. Okay.
You too, darling. I'm going to get in here and try to get me some sleep. But hopefully I'll see you around the YouTube streets somewhere tomorrow. And if not, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. I don't celebrate the holidays, but thank you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Nighty night, everybody. I'll see y'all next time I see you. And if I don't see you tomorrow or the next day, Merry Christmas. Love ya. Bye now.